Ladies and gentlemen, what is this? This is Dungeons and Dragons in a different world. You have the amazing and famous Dungeon Master Apoptosis, who has started his own project here in the Goblin Kingdom itself. I was paid a huge sum of money to be the hype man for this show as well, due to the roaring success of Wayfarers. But this is something different. This is Crowns and Smoke. Smoke, smoke. You can see our lovely players here. We have Ash of Cockeyed Gaming. We have Chickenman of Chickenman SC. We have Hellscream of, where are you from? Hell. It's Apop's cousin. Let's fucking go. And there's also Neuro, but he's pooping right now. We continue with Crowns and Smoke, episode 1.
I knew hiring Jimothy as the hype man for this campaign was going to pay off, and I think it has. Well, welcome everybody to a brand new D&D campaign. I didn't think that running one D&D campaign was enough, so I said, let me get another player, let me get another 2 players, in fact, slap him in, create a whole nother world, completely unique from our Wayfarers campaign with a completely different storyline, and let's do that. Let's do it on my channel. I am so happy to be doing Crowns and Smoke episode 1 with everybody. As Jimothy mentioned, we are joined by Ash, Chickenman, Neuro, and Hellscream, and I am excited to get started on our first ever session. Apologies and thank you for waiting. It was delayed a week, but it was an important delay, I assure you, and the campaign is that much better because of it. Before we get started, before we go in, I'll go ahead and let the players kind of introduce themselves. We're doing something a little bit different than we were doing in Wayfarers. Wayfarers, it was a lot of our first D&D campaigns. I know it was the first time for Ash and the first time for Neuro. This is the first time for Chickenman, so be kind to him. Be nice. Don't be mean. Don't be rule lawyering him. But we're going to be starting at level 3 this time, so all the players are starting at a bit higher level than we did in our Wayfarers campaign. But why don't we take it away from left to right? Ash, go first. You first.
Hello, I am Revna. I am going to be the party cleric for this experience. I am a fallen SMR. Well, they will say fallen. I like to say I've just evolved a bit into something a little bit better. Murder hobos are way. No, I am not a murder hobo. And yes, I will be healing people if it pleases me.
Chickenman, Revna, nice to meet you. Looking forward to the non-murder hobo style. I appreciate it. Chickenman, why don't you introduce us to who you'll be playing this time?
My name is Vitsik. I'm a bugbear. It's big race, very furry. We're pretty mean most of the time, but I'm pretty nice. I was raised by monks, so learn me how to punch some people. So I'm gonna be punching lots of people and just sneaking around. You know, something I'm really good at: sneaking, punching, hopefully thieving. Just a little bit of well, maybe a little bit of all 3 of those. Yeah, happy to be here.
Fantastic. Well, I'm happy to have you here with us, Mr. Vitsik. Vitsik. It's a good name for a bugbear.
Yeah.
Mr. Neuro, how about you? Who are we going to be enjoying in our campaign this time?
From the dark reaches of the Shadowfell, I am the Shadow Archive, known as Kish, K-I-S-S-S-H. And I've entered the prime material plane, bringing the sorcery of shadow, a mysterious bag of tricks, and a general distaste for the colorful brightness of the world. But in the city of Blackwater, I am known by another name. I have a persona. You may know me as Aston Balabrega, a magician. Kind of mid-tier, but I'm working on it. It's good to meet you all.
Well, I tip my hat to you, Aston Balabrega, and I'm looking forward to seeing Kish in action.
Kish.
Kish. How long do I need to do this part?
Just a bit.
Kish.
Kish.
That. Kish.
Kish. No, a bit longer.
Kish.
That's good.
Okay.
I really
got it.
like quiche. I think it tastes really nice.
And Mr. Hellscream, who is a D&D veteran, my cousin, who I've been playing D&D with my whole life and his whole life. Welcome to the campaign. Who will you be
Hello.
playing with us today?
I am Cerulean. I am a human Gloomstalker Ranger from the Underdark that I have rose up to the surface and decided to see what I could steal from up above. And yeah, I got a shooty bow and I got some swords and I'm really stealthy and we're gonna run around and steal stuff.
You're going to shoot, you're going to stab, you're not going to be seen while you do it, and you're going to loot them when you're done. I dig it. I appreciate it, and I like it. I think it's quite appropriate for this campaign. Well, welcome everybody, and thank you all for joining us as well. Let me give you a little bit of background as far as where we're going to be playing before we get started with our first session. So I'll bring you over to the map scene. Ooh, whoa. We will be taking the campaign will be taking place in the city of Blackwater, which is one of the largest cities, almost like a country in and of itself, due to how massive and how huge it is. The city itself is controlled by 5 guilds known as the Primes, and constantly they're vying for power. They're trying to fight each other, control different territories of the city, increase their own influence while diminishing the other Primes' influences. But the guild that these 4 are belonging to is going to be one of legend, rumored not even to exist, known only to some as the Dark Circle. It is the official Thieves Guild of the city of Blackwater that operate in the shadows, in the darkness, in the gutters, and on the rooftops to influence the city in ways they seem fit, and for enough coin, maybe they will influence things the way that you would like them to be done. That's all I'm going to explain about the city so far. There's a heck ton of fun, a heck ton of lore, and a heck ton of stuff that we'll be getting to, but let's find that out in session 1. Are you all ready? Everybody good to go? Any last minute things anybody want to says or say about their character before we get started? Last chances.
Wait.
Nope. Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Okay, fantastic. You all, in the night, receive a letter, an invitation. When you wake up, it's on the foot of your bed or wherever you passed out the night before. It magically finds its way to you. You don't see any, if you were in your house, not sure where you would all be during the night necessarily, but you don't see any signs of intrusion. You don't see anything broken, and certainly nothing has been stolen. The only thing that's different is you have a letter that's been placed upon you or at the foot of your bed or at your table. And the letter is a handwritten invitation to join the Dark Circle. That you have been recruited, you have been asked, you have been invited. Some of you may be familiar with the Dark Circle, knowing it as the Thieves Guild of the city. Legend, again, rumored not even necessarily to exist. You don't even know necessarily if this is a prank. Some of you have been trying to seek out the attention of the city, and now have reached that credibility level, if you will, through your actions, whatever they may be, or through your unique and individual skills. And the letter reads, I forgot to mute my alerts. It's a weird thing for a letter to read, but I have forgotten to mute my alerts. So excuse me, apologies, I'll mute them in a moment, but I appreciate all the follows. The letter reads that you're to meet someone known as Grey Mask down at a tavern, which is located in Gatewall, which is one of the more common entry areas of the city. You're to meet him at a tavern known as the Kraken. And when you get there, you are meant to ask the innkeeper for a glass of smoke. And that's it. It's up to you if you accept the invitation, but I'm assuming, since you're all here in this campaign, we're just going to assume that you've accepted it. So to start things off, can I get a D20 roll from everybody? Just tell me what you roll while I mute my alerts.
Gray man wrote me a letter, and it just says Twitch channel, Twitch channel, Twitch channel.
Twitch channel, Twitch channel, Twitch channel.
I rolled a 12.
Rolled an 18.
You rolled an 18. Neuro, you rolled a 12. Ash rolled a 15.
I rolled a 10.
And you rolled a 10. Hellscream, being the most prepared of the group, you arrive to the Kraken first. You walk into the tavern. It is about midday currently. And already there are many denizens of the tavern. Some left over from the night before who just haven't left and are still just as intoxicated. And some newcomers. The Kraken is a very, let's say, popular spot in the city. It's known because it's actually it looks like a beached ship. It looks like a wrecked ship that's just smack dab in the middle of Gatewall, which is, again, one of the more active, almost could say touristy centers of the city. So it's a popular tavern for sure. As you walk in, you see that there is the innkeeper behind the counter, and he's doing that casual innkeeper thing of cleaning a glass. What would you like to do?
I will go up to him and ask for a glass of smoke.
The innkeeper will put down the glass that he's working on and kind of eyeball you, imagining you look the type who would be asking for such a nefarious drink at his tavern. He'll take the glass he was working on, he'll put it under the counter, and he has one of those taps. And there's one that just looks like a burnt piece of wood, and he seemingly pours it. Give me a perception check.
Nine.
9. Through all the rabble of the tavern, you're barely able to make out the sound of a door that's just behind him that leads down into the cellar. You can hear it unlock as he pulls down that lever. He brings the glass up to the table. It looks like a jet black liquid, and he says nothing else and walks away.
All right.
What would you like to do?
You said it's just black liquid.
Yep, it's a black liquid and a door you think you heard unlocked behind him.
I guess I don't really feel like drinking the black liquid.
Okay.
We'll get up and we'll try to open the door.
Fantastic. You head over to the door. It does miraculously open. As you enter it, indeed leads down into the cellar. As you shut the door behind you, you can hear that it does lock into place. Either an enchantment of some sort to make sure that the door is always locked, unless unlocked by something. As you head down into the cellar, as you would imagine, it is cold, it's dank, it's dark, it smells musty and wet. There are several barrels and kegs that are set up, some rats that are scurrying around, but besides that, you seem to be alone. Anything else you'd like to do?
And this is a small room, and I can't really see much because it's dark.
We'll say it's a 15 by 15 room. It's a fairly decent sized room. So that it's the storage room of the tavern, right? And you can't see much. It is dark. Of course, you have dark vision because D&D gives fucking everybody dark vision nowadays. So you can see pretty well in there.
I wasn't
and
even gonna go into that yet. But...
Oh no, I will. Don't worry. You can see pretty fine. In black and white though, because that's how dark vision works. And yeah, but you get the sense that you're alone. Anywhere you'd like to prop up or hang around, assuming that you need to wait.
I'll just hang out in the corner, I guess.
In the corner, you hang. So we got an 18. I think someone rolled a 15. Who is that?
That's me.
Okay. Ash, you are the second to arrive to the Kraken. As you walk in, it's a similar scene. You don't arrive too much later than Hellscream does. And as you walk in, you see that there is once again, the innkeep behind the counter and a glass of jet black looking liquid that seems to have been abandoned. What would you like to do?
I'm going to walk up to the bar, and before I talk to the barkeep, looks a little gross. I want to run my finger across the bar top and see how clean the bar top is.
Okay, give me a d20 roll.
8.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, this is disgusting. Oh, this is good. Excuse me, barkeep. Do you happen to have a rag I could use? And also maybe a glass of smoke?
He kind of eyes you a bit strangely. Once again, the rag that he has gone back to cleaning a glass because that's what all my innkeeps do, and I can't think of something different for them to do. He hands that to you. It is not clean. It may be dirtier than the counter, in fact. And once again, he gets a glass. He pours a tall glass of smoke. Give me a perception check.
I got a 15 plus 4.
Okay, 19. Absolutely. You hear the lock from the door behind him open. So you can tell that the door that's behind him is unlocked. He places the glass of smoke onto the counter next to the other abandoned one and walks away.
Okay, I don't want to drink from the glass because the place is so dirty, but I will take the glass with me and then I will go through the door.
Fantastic. You go through the door. As you walk through, you're met with a similar sort of stank, if you will, from the cellar beneath. As you shut the door behind you, it locks into place, and you head down. Hellscream, are you stealthing, or are you just standing in the corner?
We're gonna say. I mean, if it's dark, I'm like invisible basically. So,
You
we'll say
are?
we're stealthing. Yeah, that's the Gloomstalker, man.
Oh, what in the world? All right, here we go. It
I wasn't
begins.
gonna worry about
It
it.
begins. It
to be
begins.
honest. I was just
Let's
gonna
Complain
see.
about Imba on session 1.
I always complain about Imba. Okay, if you give me a stealth check, let's just do that. Assuming Mr. Scream, or are you sorry, I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to intentionally be seen by someone who's coming into the cellar, or are you trying to remain undetected?
I guess since I was the first and it was empty. I don't really, I don't know who's coming or if there's anyone coming.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll say we want to be hidden.
Okay, so go ahead, give me a stealth check, and then add whatever bullshit that you get for your character.
18.
18 plus the
18.
bullshit.
18
Well,
plus
18.
bullshit.
No, it's 18 total. I have plus 8. I rolled a 10.
Jesus, that's still really good. Ash, give me a perception roll.
Oh, I'm going very good eyesight.
Okay, let's see if it's good enough.
I rolled a 5
Okay.
total.
You go down into the room, and seemingly you're alone by yourself. You're met with a similar scene of casks and barrels and boxes that are kind of just laying around. It looks like you could sit on some of them relatively comfy enough, but it is as gross, I would say, as the counter up above. It's not very clean. Doesn't look like... In fact, there are a few rats that are scurrying around from one corner of the room to another.
Do I notice in the barrels or the boxes if anything looks like maybe it might be worth touching the dirt to see what's inside?
Give me a d20. Just a straight d20. We'll see if anything looks worth it.
A 12.
A 12. You see that one of the boxes is stamped with what looks like a cheese wheel. You know that there are some fine cheeses that can fetch quite a price. If you want to inspect that, you can.
I would very much like to inspect the cheese box.
Okay, sure. The crate is nailed shut. Do you have anything that can open it?
I do.
All right.
I
What do you got?
have A crowbar.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and give me a. We'll go strength check, and we'll give you advantage because of the crowbar. I think that's what that does. Let's see. Oh my god, it's exactly what I said. You get advantage with strength checks that involve the crowbar, where you can use the leverage. It's like I've played this game before or something. Go ahead and give me a strength check at advantage. So 2d20, take the highest.
Got a 19
Okay.
and an 11.
All right, the 19 is more than enough to peel the wood back from the top of this box. You set your glass down and go to work on this cheese crate. Inside, you do see that there are several cheese wheels that look like they're wrapped in some kind of cloth. Some of them do smell expensive, as you've had some fancy cheeses, as your backstory would pertain. Yeah, so you think you could steal... Are you going to steal them? Is that what you want to do, or you want to eat them?
No, I'm going to steal. I would never put something in my mouth from this place.
Oh, okay. Sounds great. Go ahead and give me a D10 roll.
Here we go. Don't fuck me, D10. 7.
A 7. You think that you can scrounge maybe 30 gold worth of cheese out of some of these wheels from what you can carry on you. But you will need to sell them first. But you can put about 30 gold of cheese in your inventory.
Pear. I do like cheese. Putting it in now.
Hellscream, you see somebody walk into the cellar and steal some cheese.
Yeah.
Anything you're gonna do about that? Or are you just gonna observe?
I'm just gonna kind of look at her and it's like, all right, I guess we're getting summoned to the
Fantastic.
cellar to steal some cheese. I will continue to
love it.
observe.
Love it all. Okay, who rolled the next highest? I already forgot who rolled what.
I rolled a 12.
And then Chicken, what did you roll? An 8?
10.
10. Kish, you are in fact performing at the Kraken that very same day. You finish your performance as, you'll have to excuse me, I forgot your alternate character's name. Aston. To a roaring applause from the audience. Give me a performance check.
It's going to be a 9 plus... Plus 4 is 13.
13. You make 13 golden tips from the patrons who shower you with their week's spending
Thank you.
Yep. You set off the stage. A few adoring fans come up to you, ask for your autograph, which I'm sure you're happy to give. And yeah, what would you like to do?
So, was I invited on the letter as Kish or as Aston?
You were invited as Kish.
Very good. So
Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. It didn't specify. You just got a letter. And it said to, yeah, exactly what it said before. It didn't specify a name.
Very good. So I'm at the bar.
Okay.
What's
There
the
is
bartender doing now?
he's cleaning a glass in front of
Still
a...
clean that same glass?
It may be a different glass, but you have noticed in this particular establishment that the innkeeper seems to just idly clean the same glass all day. In front of him is a glass of pure jet black looking liquid.
Excuse me, barkeep.
He'll kind of
What
nod at you.
beverages do you have?
Well, we got Tavern Swallow. We got the Rat Musk. It's a popular one of the favorites of the patrons. And we got Blackwater Reserve.
Do you have ice water?
I got water. I ain't gonna put no ice in it.
But you have ice?
Nope.
I'll take water. And a glass of smoke.
He'll kind of nod his head a little bit. he will get you a glass, and he'll dip it into a bucket that seemingly has some water in it. Puts that on the counter in front of you, and yeah, same thing. He'll hit that same lever. Give me a perception check.
5 plus 6 is 11.
You too hear the door unlock behind him, and he places a similar-looking glass of jet black fluid in a glass in front of you, and walks away.
That looks amazing. I will take up the glass and take a sip.
Okay, it tastes like burnt wood and ash.
This is the best beverage I've ever had, and I'll drink the whole thing.
Okay, fantastic. There's a second one in front of you if you like it.
I got a subspace transmission came in today.
Okay,
About your birthday.
you take that one
It's all
too.
garbled.
The door behind you is
It's either
unlocked,
your
or
birthday
behind
or
the
it's not
innkeeper
your
is
birthday, Or
unlocked.
tomorrow's your birthday, or you got a birthday coming up, or every day's your birthday, or you ain't even got a birthday.
I would
You
like
were
to
hatched.
activate my
I don't
cloak
know.
of billowing. And just
But
make it
regardless,
billow a little bit.
Word is you're turning 58.
Fantastic.
Congratulations on
It
that.
does indeed billow behind you.
D&D campaign Neuropog.
And you, it as if there's just a breeze of wind that rushes through the tavern unexpectedly. You look very heroic and very dashing for a moment, and then it fades away.
At the last second, I will use prestidigitation to make the sound of a crashing plate near the doorway, so it distracts people from me going to this cellar.
Okay. You do so. Do you have to roll anything? Or is it just, you just get to do it?
It's a cantrip. Let's see. Spells. Prestidigitation. One action.
I don't think you have to roll it.
Probably not. I wouldn't imagine you do.
No.
But I figured I'd check. Neuro's a bit new to spells. So you make a crashing plate noise. In honestly, the ruckus of the tavern itself, it doesn't look like the crashing plate is really paid attention to. But nobody's really watching you that much either. Do you still look like your alternate persona, or have you changed at this point?
I'm Kish right now.
Okay, so
If I
between...
was Aston, people wouldn't be able to take their eyes off me.
Absolutely, that's what I wanted to check. Fantastic. Yeah, nobody's really paying attention to you. Nobody cares.
Then I will whiff out a candle with prestidigitation. And
Okay, you do so. A candle has been whiffed out, and you walk into the cellar. Behind you, the door closes and locks once more. And down you go. You see at this moment there is a person that's down there who is standing next to a box of open cheese. I don't know. Would you have shut it afterwards, Ash, or are you leaving it open?
I would definitely shut the box.
Okay, the box of cheese is actually closed. Excuse me. And give me a perception check as well.
me?
No, Ash. Or sorry, not you, Ash. Kish.
Kish. Perceptive. 17 plus 3 is 20.
Although I don't actually know if it's even possible to see Hellscream, since he is actually invisible.
Yeah.
Because there's no lights, and you rely on dark vision to see in the darkness. So no, never mind. You know what? It doesn't matter. With that 20, however, you can tell that the cheese box that she's standing next to has been recently pried open and reshut.
It smells stinky in here. Someone just farted after having a whole wheel of cheese.
Excuse you. I would never fart in a place like this. I do not fart at all. At most, maybe possibly quiff, but I do not fart.
That means someone else must have been here recently, if what you say is true.
Or perhaps it was you. And he who smelt it dealt it.
I had a very interesting beverage. Looks like you have one yourself.
I do, but I have not drank it. You had the beverage. What does it taste like? Is it a good vintage?
tastes like suffering. I love it.
So no, not good vintage.
Personally, I think it's great.
Did you what did you call this drink when you ordered it?
Smoke.
So you've got the invitation too.
Yes.
Interesting.
What is your profession?
Dabble here and there, but mostly I like to heal people.
Ah, it's a
Very
noble
kind.
profession.
Especially for money.
We all need to hustle in our way.
Oh,
I work as a magician.
Twitch channel. Oh,
And my
man.
truck will be below.
Say that 10 times fast. Say that 10 times fast.
Is there an open door?
No, I farted.
So it was you. You are the stinky cheese. Well, if you do like cheese, there is a box here that has more cheese in it.
What's it made of?
Probably some kind of milk fat.
Milk fat? Of an animal or a person?
Well, I can't say for sure. It could be breast milk cheese. But I cannot say from which mammal the breasts belonged.
This is a very strange world. I come
Can
from
you-
the Shadowfell.
Do they only have breast milk cheese in the Shadowfell?
They don't have breast milk cheese in the Shadowfell.
Do they have regular cheese in the Shadowfell?
No, they don't have farms. It's too dark and cold for animals.
So no cheese at all.
No,
No
no
wonder
cheese.
you're no
Nothing
longer
that
in the
smells like this,
Then how would you know what cheese smells like?
because it offends my nostrils.
Interesting.
And I've been in this town for a year.
Only a year. What brought you up here?
Can't tell you. Yet. I don't even know you. Why would I tell you?
And yet you fart in my presence, probably the most intimate of actions.
Nonsense.
Well, whatever it is you do, or whatever it is that brought you here, there was another drink on the bar when I came down.
Mm,
So I think there should be a third person joining us.
I think I drank both of them.
Are you sure no one put anything in that drink?
They put smoke in it. Tasted awful. It's my
Oh.
favorite.
And you don't like cheese.
No,
Very suspicious.
everything about me is suspicious. You want to see something cool?
I'm not so sure our versions of cool are the same.
That's fine.
Let's see it anyway.
Okay. I would like to get my hat of vermin.
Okay.
Put it on.
All
And
right.
then I will lift it off. And I
Okay.
think I need to roll.
Okay. Yeah.
Inside my hat, I have something you will never suspect. Okay. What is the
Is
roll
it Bearman?
3 turned.
You have to speak a command word, and you either get a bat, a frog, or a rat.
Okay. Do I need to roll for that, or do you decide what it is?
No, you get to choose. You speak a command word, so you, assuming the word itself would designate which of the three you would get.
Dark and winged beast of sky, go beyond the world, say I, and I will lift my hat, and there's a bat, and it just flaps around the room.
Yeah, it does. It's squeaking. It's pretty unhappy, and it's flying around uncontrollably.
Bet you weren't expecting that.
All right. Fantastic. Chicken Man, let's go to you, bud. You're the last to arrive to the Kraken. And you step in. You walk in, you see a similar scene that I've painted to everybody else. A rambunctious tavern. Some people getting into quarrels. And an innkeep at the front who is cleaning a glass idly.
I'd like to go up to the innkeep and ask him for a glass of smoke.
Okay. He'll nod at you inexplicably, almost shrug his shoulders in a way, and will fill up a similar looking glass of black fluid. Give me a perception check, Mr. Chicken.
Right, it's a D20, right? With,
D20, add your perception. It should be
a 15.
Okay. Behind the barkeep as he's filling up the glass and he pulls down on that tap, you can hear the door unlock. And he raises the glass above the counter, puts it in front of you, and he walks away.
I'd like to smell the strange black liquid.
It smells like smoke.
I'll take a conservative sip and make my way to the door.
Great. Are you taking the glass with you, or are you leaving it there?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been
Okay.
given a free glass of liquid, of course. I'm gonna take it.
I've been given a free glass of liquid. I love it. It tastes horrible. It tastes like you licked an ashtray, to be honest. You open the door, walk into the cellar, and the door locks behind you. As you walk down, you can see an Asimar who's freaking out over a bat that's flying around in the basement, and a strange-looking elf who is kind of cackling madly at the situation.
Are you here to help with the bat problem?
No, I quite like bats. Just gonna let him go. He's just having a bad time. I would have left the door open if I knew it was a bat down here.
You can still open it.
No, it locked. Behind me. Heard a click.
Who are you then?
I'm Vitzik. I'm just here to do a little carpentry work around. I think.
You've got a good build for a carpenter.
Yeah. Thanks. Who are you guys? What are we here for?
My name is Kish. Kissh. I'm a Shadow Kai from the Shadowville. I got a letter in the mail. Wasn't addressed to anyone in particular, but it was in my mailbox. At my bed. Can't remember where it was. I was pretty drunk.
Yeah, I got a letter like that too. Yeah, come to think of it, it didn't have my name on it. Maybe it wasn't for me.
The postal system in this town has much to be desired.
I don't get letters very often, to be honest, mate.
Not even fan letters, love letters.
No, never gotten a fan letter. Well, love letter.
Junk
You
mail,
write letters?
advertisements.
I'll try to avoid those as much as possible, you know. They really don't work. From what I've heard.
Do you want to see something really cool?
I would love to, mate.
All right, I have my hat.
Okay, the bat has calmed down by now, and is like hanging in a corner.
Hopping, happy fun. This frog is about to run. I lift my hat and the frog jumps out.
It's just true. That is
I
exactly
work
what
as a
happened.
magician.
Hey, you must be a good magician. That's a good trick. Yeah, I got a trick too. And then I'd
What?
like to make my cloak look exactly like the billowing cloak.
Okay. Yeah, you do. What did your cloak look like before?
It was just kind of boring brown cloak.
Okay,
Yeah,
boring
very
brown cloak.
good.
Okay, so his cloak changes from a boring brown into the extravagant-looking cloak of billowing that you have, Kish.
You have a changeling on your back. That's amazing. Does it have a name?
No, it's just a cloak. It's just It changes. I don't have a name for it. You can name it if you like. I just thought your cloak looked real cool.
Oh, so you copied it?
Yeah, just for now.
Oh. Do you ever have any original ideas and design it yourself?
Nah, I usually just copy somebody else's.
No.
It's easier that way.
Well, I'm flattered.
As you say those last words, out of the corner behind one of the large casks of wine, or who knows what's in it exactly, steps a figure that you had not seen until just this moment, yourself included, Hellscream, even though you were the first to arrive. This figure is dressed in sort of mottled gray robes. He has his hood pulled up over his head, and he has a mask on that is gray. It's one of those theater-looking masks, and it has a couple of horns that are just poking up over his hood. It has one of the smiles. It's one of the smiling masks. He's about, I don't know, 6 feet tall. Humanoid. You can't exactly discern how old, as there's no skin showing on this person. They have the same colored gloves on, and sort of these wraps that go down their arm and their legs. Looks like to keep them fairly mobile, but covered. And he'll say, you made it. Welcome. Welcome to the 4 of you. I'm glad, so glad, in fact, that you could arrive here and now and accept our invitation. Each of you have been scouted, watched, followed, recruited, you could say, by the company that employs me. That company, of course, being the Dark Circle. Shh. Yes, quite a scandalous name, quite a legendary name, I know. Feel free to hold your applause. Each of you, if you would accept it, and, well, I hope personally that you do, will do some work for me under the tutelage of the Dark Circle. Potentially one day raise up your ranks, achieve a higher calling than what each of you were doing individually, and serve the greater good of the city. And make a little bit of money on the way. Well, I should say a lot of bit of money. What we do is fairly lucrative, you see. Anyways. So how about it?
I have a question.
Kish. Of course. So inquisitive. What's your question?
It's the Dark Circle. How dark are we talking?
It gets pretty dark in this circle, let me tell you.
Like the coldest, blackest void?
I don't know if it gets that dark. We are known to go around and relieve certain people of certain items. We're also known to relieve certain people of their lives if it calls for it. We're known to, do a couple of threats here and there. We like to see ourselves as the invisible hand that weaves the fate of the city. Let the primes bicker amongst each other, for we really know who controls the fate of the city, and that is us.
So it's a stealthy redistribution operation you're running.
I couldn't have put it better myself. A stealthy... I'm going to write that down. And he puts down he pulls out a little notebook. Stealthy redistribution operation. I like that.
Do you want to see something cool?
No, I think I'm done with your hat of vermin. Thank you, though.
What do you mean? You saw that?
Of course.
Look out, there's a frog by your leg.
He'll pick the frog up. Such a wonderful little creature. You're all here because of your talents, what you can provide to not only the Dark Circle, but to each other as well. I aim to put the 4 of you together into a group, a collective, if you will, where you'll go and carry out my missions. You'll get paid for it. Have some fun adventures along the way, I'm sure of it. Have a couple of stories to tell when it's all through, said and done. And earn your way up through the ranks. access greater power, greater resources, and of course, greater riches. Who doesn't want a bit of that, huh? So how about...
Holy shadow, how long has he been there? I just noticed Hellscream.
Actually, no, you didn't. He's still invisible until he
Still
says...
invisible?
Yeah,
He
he's
said the
still
four
invisible.
of us.
Yeah, he did say the four of you, but you can't... He knows that he's there, but he's just assuming everyone else knows or doesn't really
so I
care.
would assume he was talking about the frog as the fourth.
You can assume whatever you want to.
Okay, I'll assume that.
But then he would have said the fifth, because what about the bat?
The bat, he's clearly not into this.
Clearly
flapping
not
around.
cut out for this sort of business. Fair enough. But at the end of the day, it is up to you four if you'd like to partake in our little venture here, our little redistribution operation.
I will, I'll step out and just ask, so what do you want us to do then?
Ah, welcome to the party. I was wondering how long you were gonna linger back there.
Holy shadow, how long has he been there?
Are you the one that farted?
No, that would be the cheese you stole.
Oh,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Fair enough.
She said it was from breasts.
I heard that too.
Then cheese could come from breasts. I don't know if it actually came from breasts or not.
no, I think the cheese you stole is some kind of weird rat cheese. Didn't know they made rat cheese. Hope it's good. Anyways,
Yes, you.
before I get too distracted again, I'm constantly losing my mind here. Before I wheel you in on the first mission. Ooh, mission. I'll of course need some oaths from the four of you. A couple of insurance policies, if you will. If you would kindly hold out your arm, I'll make sure that I just take care of that. We'll get that business finished up, and well, then we'll be on to our first mission, our first quest.
What are you
Hooray!
swearing?
Oh, it's just standard, operating procedure. Just that if you're ever incarcerated and captured, any of those things, that the guild will, of course, disown you, and your mind will get wiped of all information due to these tattoos that I'm going to put on your arms. It's just a little something like that.
But you'll pay us very well.
I'll pay you so well. You'll get paid better than anything else. You'll have a lot of fun, I promise.
Can we choose the tattoo?
No.
Does it come in blue?
No.
Is
Is
it
it
the
black?
woman with big breasts?
No.
Does it say mother?
Nope.
Does it have
Here.
a heart?
I'll
Is it the
show
barbed
you.
wire that goes around the arm and the upper arm and it looks
I'll
really stupid?
I'll show you what the tattoo will look like. If that's the important part, maybe that's not a problem. Fine. And he'll pull up his arm. And where did I put them? I definitely have them.
That would be below the shoulder.
Thank you. Thank you. He will show you his tattoo that I have a picture of. And it's coming up right now. Right now. As soon as I save this picture. Right here. Right
Right here. Right now.
now.
Right here. Right now. Right
Okay.
here. Right
He
now.
will pull up his arm. He shows you what I just sent you in the chat, and I'll also pop it onto our scene here. He has that emblazoned on his arm, his forearm.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Kind of
He-
looks like a 3 or 4 nipple rings.
Yeah, sure. He pulls his sleeve up first, and there's nothing there. But as he sort of grabs his arm and squeezes a little bit, you see this almost inking into existence. It almost looks like it cuts into his arm, and it's the color of crimson, of blood. Yeah, you get one of these. That looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. You should have opened with that. We would have been on board way sooner.
Yeah, maybe I will next time.
Yeah, really cool tattoo.
I think so. So fantastic. Hold out your arms, and well, we'll just take care of that now, won't we? Who's
Left arm or
first?
right arm?
Whatever one you want. I don't care.
I'll go first.
All right. I like you, Kish. You're a real go-getter, real doer. And he'll grab your arm. He'll roll up your sleeve if you have any sleeves on your current clothes, and he'll trace with his finger that insignia, except for no dashes on it. So just the one long dash, but not the three that you see onto the side. So it looks.
How come mine doesn't have the 3 little cuts?
Oh, I mean, you're only just starting out. You're just a little wee baby as far as the guild's concerned. You gotta earn your marks. You gotta earn the slashes. I did. I'm rank 3. Look at that.
That's awesome.
I think so. And it does hurt quite a bit. It has some searing pain feelings, almost as if you've been branded in a way. But the pain subsides fairly quickly. And as soon as he lets go of your arm, the tattoo sort of, it almost looks like it's glowing a little bit and then fades away and turns invisible, as if there's nothing there.
Whoa. Is this a blacklight tattoo?
No, you can activate it whenever you want if you need to show people. I don't recommend you show many people because, well, you know, secret guild and all that. But if you just grab your arm and you remember the pain of when you got it, it will come back up.
Thank you, I think.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's just, again, nice little signature for your contracts. Who's next?
I'll go up.
The brooding one. Great. Yeah, fine. And he'll take your arm. He'll do a similar thing. Blazing pain. Again, it feels like it's dragging a hot poker on your skin. It almost feels like it's blistering, but those kind of neat cuts, very clean lines appear. Glows almost for a moment and then fades away.
So how does payment work with this?
Oh, I'll get to that. Just need to get those other two on board, you know? Can't have people, you know, having guild information without being in the guild. But I'm sure in just a second. Chickenman or Ash, who's next?
Well, I'll go up. Seems
Nice.
easy enough. Nobody's
Bit
had any
sick.
problems yet. Be careful, I've got a tattoo on my arm already. So
Okay.
just go above that for me.
Can I
don't
see it?
wanna have them
All right,
interrupt.
I could use your other arm if you want.
Well, it's on both.
Okay,
It
sure.
helps me punch.
You know, if you put it on your
I
lower
like it.
back, it will avoid the arm totally.
It helps me punch, so feels appropriate.
Sure.
You mean
Punch
the,
with your
the dark
butt.
circle tattoo? Oh yeah. Could it go on my back? Lower back?
No, kind of need it on the arm.
All right. Good thought though. Thank you.
Yeah, it's smart. You know what? I'll move it up the ladder. See if we can get that going. I think that's a good idea too. I always wonder why the arm. Why do we have to have it there? You know, rules is rules. Anyways, and he'll take your arm, do the same thing. He'll trace it above your tattoo that you currently have, or in a space that's unoccupied. Yeah, blazing pain, extremely excruciating. Doesn't feel very good. The other two really downplayed how much it hurt. I'll be honest with
I was
that.
say it's fucking hurt. Jesus Christ.
And yeah, it glows for a moment and goes away.
Be easy to
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that pain.
Very painful indeed. All right, Revna, you're the last one. Don't want to be the odd one out now, do you?
It really hurts.
Oh, it's not that bad.
With the whole mind erasing thing,
Yeah.
is that like the second you get caught, or like?
No, it's I just kind of whenever I choose that, but it'll only happen if you get caught. I promise.
So you could do it at any time.
Technically I could, but I won't.
And when you say wipe our mind, does it mean wipe it to this point, or everything?
Any information that you have on the Dark Circle or anything related to the Dark Circle will be instantly gone in a moment.
But we'll remember how to like brush our hair.
Anything you remember from this point before, you'll still know how to do. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
If they don't kill you. I just recommend don't getting caught. It's really much easier, much more simple that way. Yeah, that's good, right? I think we can all agree with that. Just don't get caught. Simple as, you know?
Sure. And how can we be sure you won't just wipe our mind?
Well, you can't. I mean, technically, there's nothing I could probably really say that's gonna put your mind totally at ease here. But I listen, Scout's honor. I won't do it. I promise, unless I have to, or unless I'm told to.
I've known some pretty shitty scouts, just putting that out there.
What if we've already had our mind erased of the Dark Circle and we just don't remember it? Are any of us here for a second time?
That's a really good question.
This again, I see. Okay, I mean, yeah, we've had a couple of, people think that that's what's happening. It hasn't. It's not. Again, you're just gonna have to trust me. I'm a trustworthy guy.
You've never even seen your face.
You don't want to.
I think
Are you ugly?
I do. I think
I am ugly.
No, I think if you take your mask off,
He could be
then I
really
would do
ugly.
it.
I don't think it's worth it.
Let's not judge people on how they look, all right?
We didn't judge him yet.
It's very thoughtful of you to say. No, the mask it's here for your protection. It's here for my protection. Oh, that's another good point, actually. I recommend come up with code names. It's good to have code names. I wouldn't give out your real names to people. I know a lot of you guys already gave out your real names to each other. It's kind of a rookie mistake, if you ask me, but code names. Code names are great. Like my name. My name's not really Gray Mask. But look, I've got a gray mask on. That's what I call myself. It fits. It works. It's really good. Do it. You should do it. That'll help with the not getting caught. It doesn't have to be a good name. It can be a bad name. What's wrong with bad names? I like bad names. Like you. And he points at Hellscream. We could call you Broodman. Just broods over there, brood-wise. And then you, we call you Magic Tricks. Because you do magic tricks. I think those are pretty good names.
That's an awesome name.
Magic Tricks and Broodman. You sound like a comedy duo crime fighting squad. Except for you do crime, so don't fight it. Well, unless you want to, but don't fight the crime that we're gonna do. It's very complicated. Give me your arm. Let me get on with this.
I'll go at Broodman for a fist bump.
I will hesitantly put my hand out and hope that a frog doesn't hop out of his hat again.
We're bros now.
Great to
Look
hear.
at that. Already creating connections and memories.
Okay, I'm going to give you my arm.
Okay,
I have a lot of reservations about this.
it's okay. I have reservations about it too.
What
And
kind
he'll-
of reservations?
Dinner reservations.
Exactly.
Where? Someplace good.
The Kraken.
No.
No.
No,
a
not
bar.
really. He'll take your arm. He'll do the same thing, excruciatingly painful. Hot searing iron. And it glows for a moment and then disappears. Was that so hard? Fantastic. Great. I would like to let you know if you didn't accept it and tried to leave, I would have to kill you. And I'm so glad I don't have to do that today. That just makes me so happy. I think we're going to be a really good team. The four of you and then me telling you things to do. Awesome. Fantastic. Well, welcome, first of all, to the Dark Circle. This will be the, you know what they say about the starting point of the rest of your lives or something like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to really kind of make this a positive experience for all of us. Okay, great. I'm getting really good feedback on that. Anyways, why don't we just talk about the first mission? All right. So, first of all, some guild policies, rules and policies. We don't really have any of those. Obviously, don't tell anyone about the Dark Circle. That's a real important and good one. I wouldn't recommend mentioning it to anyone, not your friends, not your families, especially not those. There are people in this city who are trying to find us. There are people in this city who are trying to kill us. You are now on that list. You don't want to be giving out that information willy-nilly. We do have contacts who are essentially affiliated with the Dark Circle, yet not effectively guild members, but they do things for us. They do, lots of things. You'll be meeting one later, I'm sure. Besides that, just do as you will. Pretty much. That insurance policy on your arms probably makes you more careful than I ever could with my words. So just anything that you can do to negate people from knowing that you're a part of the guild or guild-affiliated activities, any subterfuge, any ways you can throw them off. I suppose if there was a rule, that rule would be don't get captured. Really don't want to get captured. It's really bad getting captured. Just anyone. Don't get captured by anyone. Anyone that can milk you for information. Like I said, there are some powerful people in this city, and they all want to figure out who we are. On the surface, we're a rumor, we're a myth, we're a bit of smoke. But to the higher-ups and the higher powers of the cities, we are a threat, and a formidable threat at that. And that's pretty cool, but it's also very dangerous, so be careful.
I had a question.
Yes.
Why do they want our milk?
They
For
make
the
with
cheese.
it.
I don't think you're going to be the team leader. Anyways, moving on. That's basically it. I recommend you can kill people. That's totally at your discretion. I kill people all the time. Make sure that you understand the repercussions of doing that, though. If you do kill people, if you steal from high priority targets, if you do all these other things, the more bad things you do, the more heat you draw to yourselves. And while they may not know that you're with the Dark Circle, they will try to find you anyways. So they may just capture you for being you. Besides that, I don't care who you steal from. Oh, actually, yes I do. That's a lie. Don't steal from anyone in the guild or affiliated with the guild. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to put that cheese back. That does not belong to you, and this tavern is a meeting place of sorts that they let us use, so don't do that. Doesn't really help if you steal from people that are trying to help us, and they won't want to help us for very long, you see? So any informants, any contacts that are official guild informants and contacts, don't steal from them. Yeah. Okay.
So I have 8
anything else?
rules written
I
down
kind
so
of
far.
took this before I took the vow. So
You did. I bet you. Okay, how about this? From this point forward, don't do it. Not from here.
fair.
I think that's fair. Yes, there should be 2 rules. Somehow you have 8. What are they?
Don't mention the Dark Circle, number 1.
Yep.
Number 2, do as you will. Number 3, there are
not really-
agents of the Dark Circle who can help us out.
Yes.
Number 4, don't get captured. Number 5, don't mention the Dark Circle. Number 6, don't let them milk you. Number 7, don't steal from the Dark Circle. And number 8, don't get captured.
These are good rules. A couple of them were not really that strict, but you know what? You do you, my friend. Yeah, hey, whatever. Seems
Just
good.
saying, if you rounded this out to 10, that would be nice.
I don't have any more, so you know what? Feel free to put on there whatever you want. Last 2 rules, up to you.
Wait, was you can't kill a rule? Or is that like a...
It's not a
Like,
rule.
empty rule.
It's just a accept. I'm just kind of putting the information
Because you
out
could
there.
be at 9 if you can't
More
pay.
of a guideline.
Then you just went away.
It's a
It's a
guideline.
license to kill.
It's a guide. It's not a license to kill. There's no such thing. I just don't care if you do it.
Do we get license?
Like a
No.
card.
It would not be helpful if I gave you a license. That's what the arm thing is for.
I didn't get my
Oh, is
kill
that the
card in the
license?
letter.
Perfect.
It's a license, kind of. It's like a guild crest. You know what guild crests are, right? Plenty of guilds have crests. That's ours. You just can't see it.
It's way less interesting than the other guild crests, though. I feel like they could do a little better on the design.
I will let them know. I don't think they're going to change it, though. It's on a lot of people already. All right. Are we good? We're feeling good. I'm just going to assume we're good. I'm going to the next part. The first mission. Ooh. Ahem. And he'll pull out his little notebook. You four have been tasked with stealing a certain item known only as the Demon's Paw. Currently, it is in the possession of one Marion Faro. That's my own handwriting. Marion Faro. Your task is to retrieve it before she uses it. She's starting to work up the courage to use said item. She is, if you don't know, I'm sure most of you have heard of the famous Pharaoh's Reserve, the rich inheritant of a wine company. The Pharaoh Reserve is what it's called. On the side, though, she's a practicing occultist. She likes to kind of dabble in the mysterious, the occult, and the demonic. She's pretty novice at it, though, because if she were any good, she would know that what she's dabbling with, and the item that she has procured using her insane amount of wealth, is extremely dangerous. You see, the Devil's Paw, if used, will summon a devil. And so long as that devil kills somebody every 24 hours, it'll just keep on existing. And we don't want that. And specifically, I want that item because I want to sell it. And the guild wants to sell it. And we'll make a bunch of money. But we'll sell it to the right people. Don't worry about that. Are you writing this down? You should write this down.
I already wrote it down.
Fantastic. So Marion Faro. She's got one other important person in her life, and that is Tomaris Faro. That's her husband, a male elf, more like a servant, though, if you ask me, in the way that she bosses him around. As far as security goes, they are employed by the Mercenaries Guild to guard their estate, which is where currently the Devil's Paw exists. We have one other piece of information, and that is that she has hired somebody from the Mages Guild to enchant the Devil's Paw with a spell, an alert spell, that as soon as it is taken or removed without uttering the command word, it will alert Marion and her security team that it has been retrieved and it has been stolen. Since this is the case, your way in is going to be a lot easier than your way out. But don't worry, as your new handler, I have already taken the liberty of trying to help you out. And I will be sending you with this writ, and he hands a piece of paper to whoever takes it, to meet one of our informants named Sif. She's an architect, a building planner, and she may be able to assist you in figuring out how you can get out of there unseen, or very quickly at least. If you're able to deliver that within a week, the paw that is, I will reward your team 400 gold. That's a lot of gold. You're muted.
That's 400 total or per person?
400 total. So to split amongst the four of you. Not bad for potentially one night's work, if you ask me. Plus, don't worry, there's more. Whatever you steal from the house is yours to keep. And I'll even set you up with the guild fence so that you can hawk some of your goods, though he does take his cut. It's better than trying to sell it stolen goods to the market where you have a whole bunch of other problems that get underway. I guess you could put that down. That's rule 10. Don't sell stolen goods to random vendors. You have to sell them to fences. If you don't sell them to fences, then it's too easy to connect you back to the stolen goods, and then you get caught, and then I have to erase your minds. And we don't want that now, do we?
That could be listed among your rules earlier on. I put that as rule number 9.
That's a good rule. That's rule number 9.
Only sell to fences.
Only sell to fences.
Not bridges, not walls, fences.
Once you're finished with the task, all you got to do, even if you finish before the week is out, come back to the tavern, ask our lovely innkeeper to check you into room 213. And I'll meet you there that night to retrieve the goods and hand over your goods. Any questions on anything, feel free, throw them at me, it's okay.
Where is this estate located?
That's a good question. It is located in an alleyway in the part of town known as the Crust. You guys know where that is. He gives you specific directions. I'm not going to give you a street name or anything like that as the DM. It's in the Crust. So he will give you the exact location that you can go out and sniff around as you choose.
What do we know about the security team? Is it private? They hired out like a company or something?
Yes, so the Mercenaries Guild has been hired to watch over and secure their estate. He said, the exact number of guards, I'm not entirely sure. That may be information you have to figure out for yourself, but I wouldn't imagine it's going to be more than 10 or 15 at the most. I do know that the leader of the security platoon is named Dublin Merc. He's a salty dwarf with a bad demeanor. But he is there constantly to ensure that the property is protected from any no good ne'er-do-wells. Beyond that, I don't have much information about the security detachment. They are pretty well off, so it may be pretty robust. I would proceed forward carefully. Make sure you have as much information as you can about the situation. I'm sure many of you have done heists and burglaries, whatever you'd like to call it, in the past, but as some helpful reminders for maybe some of the newly initiated into the ways of the shadow, I would recommend, my recommendations, you don't have to if you don't want to, I would recommend case the joint. Make sure you understand the topography of the building and who's around it and the relative shifts of the guards. Make sure you have a good idea of how many are going to be there. That's going to help you decide if you need to bring any, specific items to deal with them. I would also try to tail any of the tags, if you will, and see if you can find out any more good information. These people love to talk, and they love to talk about their secret businesses because they think they're so cool and they're so interesting that they love blabbing about it. So if you follow them around, you might be able to shake loose a little bit more information than what I could provide for you. Besides that, it's really up to you. Get the paw, do it in a week, don't get caught, come back here, room 213. Simple as is. Oh, and then go meet Sif. I would do that maybe first. You can allocate your team however you'd see to it. I don't know if you have a team leader, if you're more of a democracy type situation. Every team works differently, and I don't really care. You guys figure that out for yourselves.
I have a plan.
That was fast.
I'm ready to hear it.
Let's hear it. I'm
All right.
so intrigued what this plan is.
So, Marion Farrow, aspiring occultist, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got that right.
But not very good. Not very good at all.
Not really.
What does every occultist need who wants to learn?
Drawing a blank.
A teacher. Someone who is very keen in the ways. We could be that person for her. A private tutor.
Sounds like you could be that person.
Yes, and then you go in, grab the shit, and then get out.
Could
We'll have
work,
an amazing
maybe.
private lesson. I could be Aston. He's a known magician in the town. I could even do some cool magic tricks.
Could you romance her? And
Yes, potentially.
and potentially get
I
the
can't
phrase.
guarantee that I'm her type, though. That's the only issue.
Well, you said that you've got billowing cape.
I do have a billowing cape. That does work for a lot of people.
Works for all women.
Very good.
If you get the phrase, we have earrings of message. Tell us the phrase, we take the paw.
Sounds good.
I have a good feeling about this team. I gotta be honest with you already. I'm real excited to see what you guys come up with. So, any other questions before I make my dramatic exit?
Do we get any cool outfits or equipment as members of the Dark Circle?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Eventually, if I like you enough, maybe I'll let you access some of our secret reserve. But we'll see how you do first.
Do we get drink discounts?
No.
What about a punch card for every 5 drinks that we get a 6th for free?
Nope.
Fair
Any
enough.
good questions? Anybody have any good questions?
No, I ran out.
I thought those were all good.
Okay. Looks like you four have got it handled. Don't contact me again unless you have the paw. Simple as that. And yeah, good luck. I'm excited. I think you guys are gonna do great. Fantastic. And he'll step backwards and fall. It almost looks like he stumbles. Kind of like, whoa, he trips over something. And he falls, but he keeps falling and he falls through the floor. And he's gone.
That was amazing. I need to learn to do that.
Do you think that was on purpose?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Can
did
I
that for dramatic
inspect
effect.
the floor? Can I go see?
Yeah, you can.
Is there like a hole there?
Nope, no hole. It's just a solid tile floor. Stone floor, not tile. Just
You should try banging on it a little bit.
I will do so.
you bang on it. It is some dirt shuffles around, and you see a couple of bugs scurry away from your banging.
It's just a floor.
Oh, it's food for the bat. Hey, bat, look at all these bugs.
It is still in the corner. How long does it live for? Doesn't it die after a day?
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. It ceases to exist. It doesn't die because it was never really real, I guess. Fantastic. Who took the writ of introduction to Sif? One of you took it. Just pick someone. It doesn't matter.
I will take it.
All right. Kish took it. On the writ, there is an address in what is known as Spark Alley, which Spark Alley is it's like the artisan's aisle where all the different crafters, all the different blacksmiths, sort of the trade crafters all congregate and do business. So it is a business by the name of the Woodworks. And it is an introduction letter that is sealed but has the address on the outside. And he said, give that to her and she'll help you out. And what she's going to try and help you do is figure out an exit strategy of how to get out of this building once you're in, because once you've taken the paw, it will alert everybody. Yeah, that's about it. I leave it up to you. Where would you guys like to head out?
Probably should go see Sif, I guess, right?
Okay. Do all 4 of you want to do that? Or do some of you want to do something else? It's purely asking just so I know where everyone's going.
It's good to be working with you all on this team.
Yeah, does everyone know everyone's names?
My name is Kish, Kisssh. I'm a Shadow-Kai, shadow sorcerer. Magician is my side hustle, what I do for money.
Didn't that gray mask guy literally just tell us not to say our names?
Well, you do whatever you want. He did.
Okay.
To each other or just in general?
He's just giving out recommendations.
I don't really see why I'd have a problem with anybody knowing my name. I'm Vitzik.
Channel. Go, man. Hey,
It's
Jerry, say
V-I,
that 10 times fast.
Vitzik. Yeah. No, I like to, I thieve a lot of stuff, just little things around, but do some carpentry work. Sometimes people hire me to be a little scary, maybe punch some people.
So you're a bouncer, carpenter, thief.
Yeah,
Vitzik, that's a strong name. It's good to meet you.
thank you. I chose it. Well, my parents chose it, but I was called something different for a long time. Kind of came back to it. I think it sounds pretty good.
What else were you called?
Well, maybe that I shouldn't tell you that part, right? He said no names, so I'll tell you this one.
Don't use this one anymore. That one anymore.
No,
It should be safe.
it sucks. I don't like it.
It may not be as bad as you think.
It could be really cool, actually.
I shouldn't have even brought it up.
Now, we all need to know what it is.
It was Blarther.
Blarther. That's awesome. That's the best name I've ever heard. Blarther.
Don't laugh.
Who's laughing?
No, it's all
I
right.
am.
You can laugh. Yeah, go right. That's why I got above it.
Don't laugh,
I shouldn't have said
dear.
nothing.
Blarther is a good, strong name.
Listen, don't lie, all right?
It's,
I'm not.
Oh, you're not lying. I don't think.
It's
Well,
like
I
Arthur.
appreciate that.
It's like Arthur with something extra. Blarther.
Yeah. It's
Wait,
exciting.
is it Blarther or is it Blartha?
No, it's
Blarther.
Blarther.
Oh.
Yeah, no, she had it right. Like
B-
Arthur. but with
BLAAARTHER.
But it's just one A. But, you know, if you want to add them, you go for it. Put them right in there. Blarther. Perfect.
What's your name, Broodman?
Sar. S-A-R.
It's easy. All right.
Yep.
What about
simple.
you, cheese thief?
Rude. My name is Revna.
Nice to meet you, Rude.
I am
sorry, what?
called Revna.
Revna. Excellent. Now that we are all acquainted, let's commit some crimes.
This should be fun.
So you all want to head over to Sif, is that correct?
Yes.
I think it'd be good to do the first thing as a team.
I like it. You all head out of the basement, which the door is not locked from the side that you are facing. You're in Gate Wall currently, and so you make your way over to Spark Alley, which is down towards the south. As you arrive, you quickly are able to find a shop by the name of Woodworks. It's a very simple looking house building, architectural planning house, or business rather. And you all walk in, and that's probably a pretty decent spot for our first break of the new campaign. We're about halfway through. I'm having a great time. I hope you guys are as well. But we will return in just a few minutes and see what Sif has got for them. Fantastic. And see you guys in just a moment. And I'll see if I can figure out my alerts. I don't know why they're not turning off. Anyways, see you in a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, wah! We're back with the Dark Circle, Episode 1. We've introduced the characters. They've joined a very mysterious organization, and we continue with their Dark Circle-y journey.
Thank you, Jimothy, for introducing us back into the campaign, and welcome back, everybody. I think we just honestly get straight away into it. As you guys enter Spark Alley, you hear just a cacophony of different noises. There are blacksmiths that are working, sparks flying around everywhere. You hear sawmills that are operating. It is an extremely loud place to be, and is oftentimes avoided by most people who do not work there. But yeah, you walk past all manner of different shops, from blacksmiths to woodworkers, even a couple of alchemists that are brewing away. And yeah, it's quite a noisy part of town to be in. Eventually, however, you do find the woodworks, which is marked by its trade sort of raw wood scent. It smells much differently than the sort of the blacksmiths that are clanging away with their hot metals, and it's sort of that acrid, just almost gross smell as you walk by them. This is much nicer. This is more of a pleasant place to be. It's not as loud here either. But you four rock up to the woodworks. What would you like to do?
The woodworks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does it have a door handle, like knocker thing, or a doorbell, or what?
Nope, it just has a door that you can open.
Oh, I would like to go to the door and open it.
You do so. Inside, there are a few patrons that are talking with a few of the, I guess you would call them, floor salesmen. They're going over some different types of furniture. You can see there's different wood patterns that are available. People are comparing a couple of the two. There are also a few people that are going over some paints in the corner. And again, that almost sawdust smell hits your nose, as you can see that they do some minor creations here. A floor salesman walks up to you. Oh, good evening. Welcome to the Woodworks. And how can I help you? He's a, 5'7" elf. He's not extremely tall. He's shorter than most of you. But he's nicely dressed. Nothing so extravagant that it's intimidating, but it's decently looking clothes. You can see he's well groomed and well kept. You can tell that the Woodworks is a pretty fine establishment, but they're not working on any noble homes. They're not working on any areas of like the Silver Street, things like that.
Middle class
and upper middle class. Those are two solid spots to put them in. But yeah, this elf comes up to your group and, yes, what can I assist you with?
We have a missive. We need to speak with Sif, if that's possible.
Oh, do you mind if I take a look at the missive, and I can bring it back to her if you like?
It is rather personal. We'd prefer to keep it private if we may.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, let me go see if she's available. And he'll walk off with his kind of a strange strut. Maybe he's practiced to look a bit more fancy. And And he walks into the back after, I don't know, another minute or two. You guys are free to look around the store. Again, you can see that it's mainly textiles and different sample woods that you can kind of test in the store so you can see if you'll love it at home, sort of thing.
The elves
After
on this plane are very flamboyant.
Well, or maybe you just met a flamboyant elf. What can you say? You're an elf.
From the Shadowfell. We don't do that there.
That's true.
No one could even see you do that because it's so dark.
Then how do you know?
That's a fair point. I never thought of that.
Could be strutting.
Everyone could be shredding. That's true. He walks back out, and Kish, you gave him the missive, so he'll walk back up to you. Or no, you didn't give him the missive, sorry, but you're the one that talked to him. And he'll say, yes, she is available in the back. If you would please follow me.
Thank you.
And he walks away once again with his nice strut. And as you guys follow behind, he takes you into the back rooms. The back room's a little less clean, a little less kept up, if you will. There's a layer of sawdust that's kind of almost over everything that's been brushed away and kind of onto the floors. By no means is it extremely dirty, but you can tell, they definitely focus on this part of the shop less than the front. And he'll bring you into a side room that has all sorts of papers and maps and parchments that are strewn everywhere. You can see that they're rolled up into these tubes and placed along the wall as well. In the middle is a large drawing table. You sort of get that hit of that sort of dusty tomes and old paper smell that you might get at a library. But it's very intense in this very small room. And at the drawing table is this small gnome. And she's sort of climbed up and is standing on top of a chair in order to reach the top of this map that she's trying to draw. These sort of, it looks like designs for a house that the woodworks must be building. And she has these spectacles on that are sort of zoomed in pretty far. They make her eyes look very large. And she also, I'll give you just a quick description of her. She's got very brown shoulder length hair. It looks like it's cut and kept in a way so that it doesn't get in her way as she's drawing out or sketching out some of her designs. Her spectacles have these little clickers on them that can increase or decrease the magnification as these essentially different sort of lenses focus into place. And she's wearing a simple leather apron that's got a few different tools in it, such as like measuring sticks and different pens and inks and pencils even. And yeah, that's what she looks like. And she's sort of leaning over the table, trying to stand on her tiptoes to get to this one spot that she's trying to draw. And the elf will clear his throat. And she'll look over and you can see her eyes are sort of giant under her spectacles, and she'll click off the lenses and they look normal again. Ah, yes. What can I do for you?
Yes, you're Sif, I trust.
Oh, yes, that's me. And she'll kind of wipe her hands on her apron. You can see some ink smears sort of wipe off of her hands. Her hands are stained with old ink and new ink. It looks like she's constantly working on these different sort of maps and designs all the time. She's got ink blotches all over her arm and her pants as well.
We've received this missive from an old colleague addressed to you.
Oh, okay. And she'll take it and she'll see the seal and she'll kind of nod her head. Gerard, you can leave us. And the elf will step out of the room. Oh, okay. Well, let me know if you need anything at all. I'll be just down the hall then. And he'll walk out and close the door behind him.
Not strut this time.
He just walks. Maybe he was caught off guard from being sort of sent away. Didn't expect to be.
Not even a saunter.
Not a saunter. Not even. He just walks away normally.
Poor guy.
Boo.
I mean, he's just doing his job. It's not a poor guy. It's not like he's been fucking fired.
It sounds like he's been deflated a little bit. You know, he lost the pep in his step.
He did lose a little bit of pep.
conditions here.
He did lose a little bit of pep. This is true.
He'll get
Very
it back.
toxic
I'll believe.
workplace.
Fair enough. And she'll say, oh, okay, so our mutual friend has sent another gaggle of fellows to me. Well, let's just see what this says then, shall we? And she'll crack the seal open and open up the note. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Ah, interesting. Okay. And she'll fold it back and put it in her pocket. Looks like Grey Mask is giving you this one for free. He's instructed to help me as far as finding you all an exit path on your new, I suppose, heist is what we'll call it that you're going on. But to be honest with you, what he's asked for is a bit more expensive than the favor I owe him. This is a bit of private information that I hope you respect if ever got back to us here at the Woodworks. Would be, well, quite devastating. That we gave out personal clientele information to some essentially strangers. Now, I'm all for helping, and I do want to help, and I will help, of course, but I almost wonder if you couldn't do me maybe even a little favor. Won't cost you anything, you might even make a little bit of money. What do you say?
What is it that you ask of us?
Well, it's just a small thing, really, a trifling thing, if I'm to be honest with you, but there is... What?
Certificate.
Okay.
That's literally what Ursula says before she asks for Ariel's voice. You're going to ask for something very important.
Oh.
Just
Okay.
a small thing, really, a trifle.
Oh.
Verbatim.
Oh. Wow. I had no idea.
Sus.
Super sus.
No, she's not going to ask for anything that crazy. She will tell you a little bit of a story. She'll say, well, one day, a guard from town, a half-orc guard named Darden Flubbard, came into the shop, and he was trying to scout a new place to, or rather, a shop that could refloor his kitchen. Of course we do such things, but I had the unfortunate pleasure of working with him personally. Rude man, brutish, if you ask me as well. And somewhere in his head, he's got the opinion that how do I put this delicately, seem to be interested in his orcish, brutish demeanor. And he has not stopped hounding me since that job 3 months ago now. Every day he'll stop by the shop and he'll shout out some vulgarities, which I suppose are his way of professing some kind of interest or love. It's quite annoying and I don't like it. And to be honest with you, I'm starting to feel a little unsafe. So, if you four wouldn't mind just putting the kibosh on that situation, maybe dissuading him from any further trips to this side of Spark Alley, well, I'd be happy to get those map plans down and we'll figure out an exit plan for you four. What do you say?
So you want us to kill him?
Whoa! Okay, no! No. I mean, I don't really care if he dies, to be honest, but no, I don't want you to kill him. Just get him to leave me alone. I think there's probably better ways to do that than death.
Okay.
You can hurt him. I mean, I don't
You
know.
can transport him to another plane
That's
of
all.
existence.
That's all your business. I don't care how you do it. I would prefer you don't kill him because I don't want to be an accomplice to murder or anything if it gets out that I'm the one responsible for this. But just get him to leave me alone. That's all I want you to do. However you decide to do that, that's up to you.
Very
How do you
good.
s-
We can do that.
Fantastic. I knew you
I don't think
four...
anyone should be stalked or hounded, so the cause is just. We'll scare him off.
Wow.
And where is
okay.
he?
Well, like I said, he is a creature of habit. I know that he likes to go to the Silk and Skin Casino after his shift every night. He tells me I should meet him there all the time. I never do, of course. But that should be located in Slophaven, if my memory is correct. And it always is. You guys should probably be able to figure out where that is. Some of you maybe have even gone to the Silk and Skin yourselves. It is a low-down, sort of run-of-the-mill gambling casino that have crooked odds, but you can go there to blow a day's paycheck on fucking whatever you want.
And what's the Sork's name again?
It's
Dodd-
Dodd Flubbered.
She's got it. She's got a good memory. Yes, Darden Flubbered. Half-orc. He's a part of the town guard, so I would be careful. He may have some of his lackeys with him.
Very good. We can do this for you.
Great. Once you get it done, come back and see me, and we'll figure out that exit strategy for you.
Excellent. Allow me to deliberate with my team.
Okay, do you need to do that here, or?
No, we
Okay,
don't.
great.
But we could.
I would prefer you
Really-
didn't.
You're really good about getting people to leave.
Some
in
some
a
say
very
it's an art
dejected
form.
way.
Okay, great. Don't forget to close the door behind you. And I'll see you when you come back. Looking forward to it.
I would like to open and close the door 3 times before going through and leaving. With prestidigitation.
You do have to like move your hands and stuff when you do it, so she probably knows that you did it.
Sorry, just trying to stay up to snuff with my magician skills.
Okay, sure. That's yeah, maybe try that against Darden. Maybe that'll work.
It absolutely should.
If you put his wiener in the door, it should work.
Wow. You 4 are terrible. I kind of love it, but you're terrible.
Oh, he'll be scared off. Trust me.
I'm scared. And I've just met you, so this should go perfectly. Okay, for real, goodbye. I need to do work.
Okay, I guess we leave.
Okay, leave.
You leave the
we're
establishment.
leaving.
We'll leave the place.
And we
Fantastic.
make sure to close the door one time behind us.
All right.
With no wieners in it.
Correct. Everyone is keeping it in their pants at this time.
Yet. No wieners yet in the door.
Even if they come and get him.
You have yet another task. You must somehow dissuade this town guard from his interest in our nice Sif before she is to help you with figuring out an escape route.
So, team, couple ideas. She said that killing him was a bit far, and I agree. That's very aggressive. We could beat him up as a step back. We could smash him in a door. You said that idea. Or we could convince him that she has parasites.
I think the parasites would work if we tell him that maybe one of you had a liaison with her.
What's a liaison?
It's a nice way of saying that you know her internal parts.
Like a
Have
doctor.
you guys experienced very many half-orcs? I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think he cares. He's probably got whatever we're going to come up with already.
What if we tell him that her vagina has teeth?
I don't know if that would work either. Using his logic, seems like he doesn't really give a shit. He's just kind of a horn dog.
It's the impression
if
I'm
we-
getting.
What if we tell him she does not like men?
He's already violating her
Never
personal
would.
space. Doesn't seem like he cares much about boundaries.
Yeah, I'm thinking beat him up, personally. It's usually the language he's going to understand the best.
I would defer to
Pretty
the bugbear.
simple. I don't think we need to really overthink this one. We got a heist, we got a plan. I'm thinking we go take care of this 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Well, sometimes when a man gets a bit, if we were to beat him up, why would he not go back to her anyway? But now angry, not horny.
We just kill him then.
Yeah, we just kill him.
Or we cut it off.
If we can beat him up, then
I
he
don't
knows.
mind, mate.
If we
I
can
don't
beat him
mind.
up, then he knows that we have the monopoly on violence, and that if he pulls shit again, it'll be worse. I think he could understand
We could
that.
threaten to cut it off if we ever hear word of him in Spark Alley again.
We cut it off, we cauterize, put a torch. Bing, bang, boom. Never have to worry about it again.
Bing, bang, boom, guys.
He's not dead.
How about this?
Give
We
him
cut off one of
a
his
wooden straw. He
toes.
can pee through that.
We cut off one of his toes and then tell him it won't be a toe next time.
Right, because that way we would demonstrate that we know how to cut something off as a starting
He's
point.
half orc, so you might have to specifically tell him it will be your wiener.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
I think this is a great plan.
We'll see which one actually happens, I guess.
Okay, what would you guys like to do?
Should we have a backup plan if he's with all of his friends? His
Well, I was
large
thinking we
bodied
catch him
friends?
outside of like in the alley nearby. Maybe catch him out there instead of going into the little den. Wait till he leaves.
Yep.
If he's a guard, I could create a distraction and lure him out to a point, and then you could jump him.
Do we just tell him that Sif is outside waiting for him in the alley?
That's not a bad idea. Actually, I like that one a lot.
That's pretty good.
I could actually make an illusion of Sif calling to him and going out into the alley.
That's
If he's drunk
brilliant.
enough, he'll just follow.
What? Why can you do that?
What?
Can you really do that?
Yeah, of course. I've got illusion.
Why do you have illusions? Okay.
Magic.
Minor
All
illusion, mate. It's got a range of 30 feet.
Gnomes are very small. It wouldn't be too hard.
He's drunk. I don't even have to do a good job.
Yep, get it about 80% correct, and that's fine.
We need one person inside to make sure his friends don't come for a train if they think, oh, drunk gnome girl.
I could distract them with a bat.
I can say the bat is very distracting, so that would work.
Yeah. 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 Maybe Kish can be distracting them, the guards from inside.
I think we should scope it out first, because if he's with, 2 people, 3 people, I'm not going to worry about it too much.
Okay.
But if it's like 10 people, we should maybe reconvene with another plan.
Probably a good idea. Just scope first. Then, if, only a couple people, lure outside with the magics, cut off a toe or other appendage, call it a day.
Call it a day. Perfect.
Easy peasy.
It's a
Easy
plan.
peasy. All right, so you all head over to Slop Haven, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. You guys walk your way through Goldtooth's Bazaar, which is the hustle bustle trade city center of the city. There are, at this point, it would be more towards dusk, so people are kind of packing it in for the day. The tents are going back down. A couple of last-minute sales are happening, and the normal cacophony of noise that would be Goldtooth's Bazaar is sort of settling down to a dull roar as the merchants are all tallying how they did during the day. And like I said, last sales are going on. But it's a variety of different smells, as this is where a lot of the produce, a lot of the food as well is sold. There's a lot of street vendors selling food. So a lot of this sort of more stale, almost cooking oil sort of smell as you guys walk past a couple of those food carts. And slowly but surely, you begin to make your way into Slop Haven. Slop Haven, of course, is sort of the slums of the city. It's where the downtrodden and demented kind of make their home. And a lot of people that are addicted to a drug called shard exist. So Blackwater City, of course, the name Blackwater City comes from the rare ore that's found in the earth called dark shard ore. And during its refinement process, this slag, this almost like just gross runoff from the refinement, is produced and has been found when mixed with a few other ingredients to become a very strong hallucinogenic that is extremely addictive. And the streets call that shard. A lot of people in Slop Haven are addicted to shard or know where to get it, so it's not a very good part of town to be in. Of course, shard is refined at different qualities as well. So you'll find even noble people that are doing that do that drug and are addicted to it, but it's a much higher grade, a much higher quality. The shard that you would find in Slop Haven is just runoff muck, essentially, at this point. But nonetheless, you make your way into Slop Haven. It has that sort of immutable, undeniable stench, that stink, as there are several sort of we'll call them bucket fires that are going, that are burning these different rubbers and plastics, letting these huge clouds of smoke into the air. People gathered around them for warmth. You can see several people that are tweaking out on shard as you walk in. It's a pretty foul part of the town, and it's honestly a part of the town many guards try to avoid, unless they're up to, let's just say, nefarious activities. And deeper within Slop Haven, you eventually get to the Silken Skin Casino, which is a fairly run-down, very greaseball-looking casino with very gaudy, flashy sort of lights and torches that are on the outside. There are a few they look almost like half ogre, if not full ogre guards that are sitting out in the front, stopping people who don't look like they have any money from coming in. The building itself is sandwiched in an alleyway, sort of between. So there is an alley that you could potentially lure him into if that's what you're trying to do. The alley itself that is around it is extremely dirty. There's trash and filth everywhere. There's sort of just like muck in these pools that are around that you don't know and don't really want to know what it is comprised of. And there are some people sleeping on one side of the alley as well, which is not, unfortunately, a rare sight in Slop Haven.
What a smelly place.
So you said there was 2 ogres or guards like out front?
Yeah, very hulking individuals. If they're not full ogre, you could have sworn that you've seen ogres half the size of these. They're at least half ogre. But yeah, they're dressed in kind of gaudy business suits that almost look one size too small for them. The buttons are kind of barely clinging on for dear life. And they have little bow ties as they try to look professional yet very intimidating, which works.
I should be better dressed if we're gonna pretend to be rich. Aston Balabrega! It's me. You can tell by the awesome scarf.
Okay, you've assumed your counter-identity, Aston Balabrega.
I'm gonna take a lead from that and just make me cloak look a little bit nicer. Just
Okay.
a little bit nicer.
How many
I'm
times
going
can
to
you...
assume... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, how many times can you do that a day with your cloak? Does it say, or is it just
That's a great question. I think it's just
infinity number?
It's a bonus action, so as long
Oh,
as
it's
I'm
just
not, like,
all the time. I see.
Yeah, I could just do it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. You make it slightly nicer. Would you like to give us a description of the cloak?
Yeah, instead of like a dark brown, it's now kind of like a deep purple, You know?
Okay.
Purple, nice regal color, and it's got just a little bit of trim around it.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
it's not
Nice
just,
trim.
and there's no holes or tatters or anything like that. Just a little bit of trim, nice deep purple.
Fair enough. Some people that are gathered around one of the barrel fires sort of look at you out of the corner of their eye, and they whisper to each other.
Good for them.
Okay.
Tut
that's it.
tut! Say what you will about the amazing Aston.
I shout at them.
Okay.
Are we even sure if this guy is currently in there?
You're not.
No, we have to go check.
Okay. I'm gonna hang out outside. I'll watch those dudes and see if I'll be the spotter. I'm not going in there.
Okay, so Hellscream is waiting outside. What's the plan here, fellows? You just gonna head in and see if he's in there and then figure it out from there as always?
I'm going to ask the ogres.
Okay, you walk up to the ogres.
Fine, gentlemen. My, these suits look amazing on you. When did you get those? Did you get those tailored personally?
They don't say anything. They just stare down at you with a dumb look in their eyes and a bit of drool coming down the side of one of their lips.
Very good. The strong, silent type. You love to see it. Makes for excellent guards. Keep it up. And I will give them a firm thumbs up, and then just walk through like I know what I'm doing.
They'll sort of shuffle and look at you, but they'll let you in.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in too.
Please allow my associates to follow. I will point back at them.
Yeah, they don't stop. They don't stop you. You would get this sense, and a lot of businesses in Slop Haven will do this, that any guards that are there are to keep sort of people who might just be looking for money or trying to cause some sort of rabble or ruckus out. Which you
And we
three do
look
not
so
look
good.
like. You look normal. You live in the normal part of the city, so you look infinity better than a lot of people in Slop Haven. Yeah, you head in, and the silken skin is exactly what you probably picture in your mind. There are a bunch of scantily clad waiters and waitresses walking around, serving alcoholic beverages to people. There is a film of smoke that fills the air, as almost every single denizen of the casino is smoking something or another. It's loud, it's rambunctious. There's a lot of people that look like they're having a good time. Most of the equipment and the tables that you see that are being played on are sort of run down, but looks like they've been patched up to try to elevate their appearance. It looks like the Silken Skin is trying to seem to be a very fancy, a very nice and sophisticated casino, but in all actuality, if they are located in Slop Haven, then there's almost no shot that they are credible or live up to that pedigree, if you will. But I digress. There are different suits in there as well. It looks like guards that kind of are just hanging out around the ground floor. That are most of the time just keeping an eye on people when they're not flirting with the nicely dressed waiters and waitresses. And there are card dealers that are well dressed enough, nothing super crazy, but looks like they're just busy focusing on their table in front of them. Inside the casino itself, maybe 100 people are participating on the floor, so a pretty decently sized crowd in the house for sure.
What a fine, dusty establishment this is. My cloak will billow a little bit.
It's not very fine. Very dusty.
Just trying to hype it up. Just go.
God, you can billow anytime too. All right, the cloak does indeed billow.
Yes, we can do our useless things whenever we want.
You can. I hate it. You look very regal. You're definitely more nicely dressed than a lot of people in here, but you can tell that there are some people that are trying to show off how wealthy they are. amongst people that are they're in a slum. So they have on extremely gaudy looking suits and rings and all sorts of stuff. People who can't actually make it and be rich come here to flaunt their quote unquote success and power. So that they can be seen and earn that respect that they otherwise don't get by their peers. Give me a perception check from each of you.
Do you want me to do one?
Nope, you're outside. You're hanging out for now.
4 plus 6. Oh, wait, no. 4 plus 3 is 7.
Okay.
15 plus 3 is 18.
14 plus 4 is 18.
Okay, both of you notice that on one of the corner tables, playing some kind of dice game, is located a half-orc of the description that you received. He's wearing a town guard sort of garb and outfit, which he more than likely wears to try and flaunt his power and authority over others. And on either side of him are two waitresses / entertainers of the casino, and he's laughing it up, smoking, having a grand old time. Also at that table are 3 other individuals that are dressed in city guard outfits. And they're being loud and they're being rowdy, and they are looking like they know that they have power because of the city and the job that they have, and they are definitely letting everybody know about it. They're harassing some of the workers. They're harassing the person that's dealing at their table. They're expecting free food, things like that, after you watch them for just a couple of minutes.
Do we think the plan will still work here?
Yes.
Well,
Even more so since there's a crowd.
So do we have? Forgive me, Vitzik, but is your magic? Can you have her walk up to him, or do we need someone to go say, "Hey, my friend told me to get you," and then she's just standing at the door and waves and walks out saucily?
It's a very simple illusion, so she can't interact with anything. She can't make any noise. It's just about seeing her and having her go maybe around a corner, or just luring him away.
So we'll want to get him outside, probably.
Yeah, I think that would be ideal.
So
We haven't
probably
scoped
want...
out outside either. If we got to find a good place.
Right. We should go outside, find a place to cut off Wiener toes, and then we can come inside. And maybe I go up and say, "Hey, my friend would like to talk with you."
Yeah,
And
we
then
could
you
send him
have
a note through one of the
the waitress-
waitresses
oh,
or
the
somebody.
bar.
Send him a note from. I don't know if we want to put Sif on there. Have a kind of name on a note thing that would lead back to her.
There's a problem. What if he can't
What?
read?
That's
Hmm.
actually
He's a
good
buffoon.
consideration. Well, we don't know that. I'm just kind
We
of.
could just
assuming.
tell him. We could tell him that Sif is out there and had tragic news. That she's going to break up with him.
No, it's that she wants his wiener.
Yeah, we want him out there.
That's why
just-
guys go out to dark alleyways with women.
And I'm thinking if we send him a note, we could also tell him, she said, come alone, right? Just you and me.
I could also distract the others.
Come along. So we can come together.
Right now. Over me.
Dun, 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 dun.
Not over her.
Oh, God.
She's
It's a
a little
song.
thing. It would just cover.
It's a song. Anyways, I can distract the other guards so they don't follow the boss. And you lead him out into the alleyway, and then I join you out there. We beat him up.
Yeah, I think this is a decent idea. Is the front of the establishment, it's a door. Is it open, or is it just...
It's like a
Kind of door we
swinging door, almost like a
Alright,
a
is it like a
saloon
saloon?
thing. Yeah,
Perfect.
like a saloon.
She can go right underneath it. No need for her to interact with the door.
Perfect. I love it.
Seems to work for me.
Okay. I'm excited to see how this plan turns out.
All right, we should We should scope out outside first. We don't want to be running out there and then there's no alleyways and then the ogres try to beat us up when we try to beat him up.
So
Make sure we got it.
after,
He's not going anywhere. It's just turned dark. He's gonna be here for 6 hours.
So after they went inside, did those people around the fire do anything?
No, they're sort of just whispering and watching the door. It looks like they were interested potentially in Chicken Man's cloak, if you had to guess.
Oh, okay. So nobody important.
No. Nope.
It's a nice
Nobody.
cloak, to be fair.
They could be planning on robbing him when we come back out, though.
That's true.
I'm so afraid. Terrified.
It just would be inopportune if we're in the middle of cutting things off.
True. Yeah, that's right. That's all right. You're not wrong.
We'll deal with that later.
We'll see if it's an issue.
Okay. Let me know what you guys are doing.
Well,
I have a grasp of the plan, but yeah, if you have let me know when you enact it, I suppose.
I'd like to step back outside and go
Okay.
just scope the area out, maybe connect with Sar, who's been out there for a little bit.
Okay. Yep, you head outside. The ogres let you pass. They don't seem too focused on people leaving so much as people coming in. And you go reconnect to Sar. Sar, the 3 people that were watching Chicken before start to approach you two.
Is it just?
Oh, go ahead.
Is it just myself? Is it all of us out there, or is it just?
Just you two, I believe. I don't believe the other 2 left.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely notify Vitzik that there's some boys coming towards us right now.
All right. How many people is it? It's 3?
3 of them.
Can we get a brief description of these lovely 3 who'd like to come over, have a look at my cloak?
Yeah, sure. I wasn't sure if you guys were saying anything else. Absolutely. As they start to approach you 3, you can tell that they are low down, no good looking sort of bandit type fellows. It looks they look quite unclean, quite dirty. They're extremely they look almost emaciated. One of them does. The other 2, you can tell that they have some jewelry and some different sort of accessory items, maybe a watch, sort of like a pocket watch kind of deal as well, that do not match the type of clothes that they have on. Their clothes are extremely ragged and baggy and not looking very good, but they have some items that you imagine they stole that they decided to either keep for now or haven't sold quite yet.
How far away are they from us?
They're about 20 feet away from you now, and they are walking towards you too.
Can we go towards around a corner into one of the alleys real quick? 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
assuming there's lots of people that are where we are right now, right?
Yeah, there's a decent amount of people walking around on the streets and sort of just hustling, moving about. Nothing too. It's not like a bustling city center by any means, but it is. Yeah, people would notice if you got into a fight. Not that that's so uncommon in Slop Haven, people fighting. But yeah, whatever you want to do. If you want to go into the alleyway or around a corner where you're more out of sight, that's fine. You just let me know what you want.
I need a lot of attention with this little mission that we're on. I'd love to use my earring of message to relay something to the people inside.
Okay.
Since I know they're in there, I can send them a quick little. I'd actually like to let Revna know.
Okay.
We might need some assistance outside. We've got some people out here. Potential issue.
Okay.
As we're
Revna.
going around to our corner here.
Okay, I think you're muted currently, Ash. Just so you know.
Pupe, I said I was going to whisper, copy that back so he can hear me, so he knows that I've heard him.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you send that message. It's received by Revna, obviously, and she sends that reply to you. So you two head around a corner. What's the plan? Are you gonna try to jump
Is it
them
dark?
before? Where are you going? Are you just going around a corner, or are you going into an alleyway?
Well, I mean, if there's like an alley nearby that's not towards them, I mean, obviously we're not going to start walking towards them.
Right. There's an alley that's sort of between the Silk and Skin Casino and another place of business. There's that alley that's right there, and that's across the street, so that would be heading away from them.
You want to do that, Bitzik?
Seems like a good place. I was here to scout out an alley anyway, so seems like I'm killing two birds, one stone with this.
I'm going to do that and then attempt to hide in darkness.
Okay. It is pretty late, and the sun has fallen. It's just barely peeking over the horizon, so it's quite dark in this alleyway. Yeah, you're able to hide. Use your Gloomstalker chicanery in order to circumvent all my rules. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna also hide, but in like a more classical sense. I don't have like invisibility. So I'm gonna make
Yeah.
the cloak black. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna like get behind something, get real small.
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
Yeah, great idea.
And then I guess Hellscream, give me a stealth check too. I have to read how how this thing works.
All right. It's a 3. It's not great, but I do have a +6. That's a 9.
Okay. You hide behind a trash can that is about 3 sizes too small.
I can be really small if I need to be.
That's true. In this case,
But
you've not done that.
Even too small for that. Damn.
You did say stealth, right?
Yep. Give me a stealth check.
Okay, 26.
26. All right.
I rolled an 18.
You melt away into the shadows.
I think I'm alone now.
Yeah, you
I'm
think
like,
you've
"Oh,
been
he left."
abandoned. He left. What the heck?
While this is happening, can I say that I've imparted what was going on to Aston?
Yeah, absolutely you can. Yeah, what do you want to tell him?
Son, I don't know if you probably did not hear this, but I just got a message from Vitzik. It seems like something might be going on outside that they might need our help with. The people who were whispering on the way in, and you told them to shush, you said tut-tut.
Yes, I
They're
remember.
following them down an alleyway right now.
What ruffians. We'll show them what for.
Okay. Are you
There you
guys
go.
heading out to okay. Sounds
Yes,
good.
we'll join them.
Yeah, you guys will be a couple turns behind, we'll say. But because you have to leave and everything again. All right. The 3 ruffians, as we've called them, have entered into the alleyway. 2 of them, now that they're a bit closer and I've thought a bit more about them, are orcs, and one of them is a human. So they are all as they walk in, they immediately spot you, Chicken Man. Sorry. And they go, "They're looking for you. That's quite a nice cloak you've got there, sir. Mind if we take a look at it?"
Well, I'll stand up. First
Yep.
Of all.
Okay.
Seems not to have worked at all. And
Nope.
also, I do mind, actually. This is my cloak, and I like to keep it on myself.
And the human in the front, that was the one talking to you, goes, "That's such a pity. Scrog! Golg! Go take the cloak from him." And the 2 orcs will kind of walk from beside him and try to pound their fists a little bit against their hands, intimidatingly. And they are walking up to you. Hellscream, I'll give you a chance of an action since you're just sitting back.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the human and we're in the alley, right?
Yep, you are in the
I'm
alley.
gonna pull out my scimitars and smack him.
So you're attacking them.
Yes, I'm attacking him.
Okay,
I'm gonna attack
sounds-
the human. as the
Okay.
Pulls out his
going up.
scimitars, but then he chooses to
I
slice.
don't know. I don't know. I just want to make sure.
I just, like smack. I'm gonna attack.
Smack him with your hand. I
Yeah,
want
just
him
Why
with-
did I
side
get
of
got?
it. The side of it.
All right. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Okay. God, it's a bunch of combat stuff. All right. So I have 2. You want me to do them one at a time or together?
You can do them together. That's fine.
Okay.
Is your aim to kill these individuals, or what are you guys wanting to do?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
Brutal.
So first one is total of 19, and the second one is a total of 11.
All right. Both hit.
Okay. And then because it is my first action, first combat with Dread Ambusher, I can make an extra. I can make 1 additional weapon attack as part of that first attack action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that as well.
Okay.
It is a 24. So
Okay. Yeah, you definitely hit him.
okay. So first, it's all d8s. So first one is 8 plus 4, so 12.
Okay.
Second one is 4 plus 4, so we're at 20. And then the last one is an extra d8, no additives. And that's a 7, so 27.
Okay. Fantastic. You, in a flurry of slices, cut into this low down thug. You slice him across the back in 3 deep and deep gashes that cuts into his shirt. He lets out a yeah, and turns around, not knowing what has hit him. He falls to the ground, panting, breathing, basically in shock. You can tell he is maybe a few hit points away from death. And he says, "Okay, I'm sorry. We're just trying to make a quick buck. You don't have to kill us. Oh, geez, Skolg, get back here." And they'll turn around, unsure of what to do.
So is combat officially over?
If you want it to be. He looks like he is not trying to fight you.
I'll just leave him
Okay.
dying on the ground.
Chicken Man, what would you like to do?
I'll say probably best to just leave this be then. You guys take care of your buddy there.
Yeah, and if allowed, they will do that. They'll pick him up. Pick me up, get me out of here, get me away from these freaks, these no good ruffians. And he'll limp his way out. I mean, you did a number on him.
Great work. Went straight to plan.
Yeah.
I think that worked pretty well.
Okay, yeah, they leave and are no longer interested in stealing from Chicken Man. Let's see. Revna and Kish, you guys leave the Silken Skin just in time to see 2 orcs carrying off their horribly maimed friend.
I'll put my fist up. Good job, Fitzik. And fist bump him.
Yeah,
Okay.
good teamwork on that one.
Looks like they don't really need help after all.
Yeah, but it was less of a problem than anticipated. But thanks for coming out.
Did you find a good place for roughing up Mr. Flubbered?
There's this alley with a very small trash can. It's perfect.
Just to note as well, there are full-size dumpsters and other large trash cans as well. Just a quick DM's note. But there is one inexplicably tiny trash can there as well.
He's got a bit of body dysmorphia, doesn't really know how big he is.
Like a dog, you know? I'm a lap dog. Doesn't matter how big I am.
All right. The thugs have been dealt with. What's the plan now, team?
Let's go in, make a distraction, get the illusion, get the main guard. I'll distract the other guards, and then I'll meet you outside in a few minutes, and then we beat them up.
So I would assume that obviously they told me this. You guys have told me this plan because I was outside the whole time.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
telling
fill
you
in.
now.
Okay.
That's about as far as the plan has gone so far.
Okay.
Yes.
So then I can just wait again
I think you should wait in the dark.
in the
You're
dark.
really good at that. In the alley.
Okay. Okay.
Could you
Perhaps
quietly
Revna
brood
should as
over there?
well.
Yeah, I got you. I'm really good at that.
Good.
I could probably hide behind the dumpster.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That trash can, a little too small to hide behind. Give it a dumpster a shot. And then
Okay.
Kish and I can go in.
Yep. Get the illusion distraction, and then I'll distract the other guards, and then join you outside.
Okay, sounds good. In order to cast the illusion, do you have to do anything? Let's take a look.
Good question.
Minor illusion. Somatic. So that means you have to say stuff. You don't have to move at all. You don't have to wave your hands or anything like that. But you do have to say things. They can be a whisper, but it'll be like spell component kind of things. But yeah, that's about it. Just for your information. All right. Revna and Hellscream, Sar, give me stealth checks once again.
23.
Okay, that's very stealthy.
Do you want me to just
17.
tell you the roll and then the bonus, or can I just give you the total?
You can
Like,
give
what
me
do you
both.
prefer?
I like hearing the roll plus the bonus.
Okay,
It's kind of
okay.
nice to know.
Alright.
Mine is a 14 plus 3, so 17.
Okay, great. Hellscream, you once again melt away into the darkness, invisible except to the keenest of eyes. And Revna, you are doing a great job hiding behind the dumpster. Fantastic. All right, Kish and Vitzik, you head back into the silken skin. You can see that the corner where Mr. Flubbard is taking his post, he is still there. He hasn't moved. They're still being as rambunctious and rude as before.
All right. So, Blartha, can you handle the main guy, and then I'll deal with the other? What's so funny? You deal with the main guy, and then I'll distract the other guards so they don't follow.
All right. Do you want to? Do we want to try the note, or do we just want to try to put Sif in vision range, and then once he notices, she kind of beckons and goes out under the door.
I can
And then
tap him on.
as he's getting up and leaving. Perhaps you do a distraction.
I
If
can.
it feels like they're coming with him.
Yes, I will tap him on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me, sir. This lady over there is trying to get your attention." That'll get him for sure.
Good thinking. Good thinking. All right. So I'm gonna stay near the door then, because ideally, once she leaves the door, I would like to leave before, what's his name, Darden, gets there. That way, I'm already outside. Doesn't look suspicious like I'm following him.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Can absolutely do that. Okay, go for the plan. So, Chicken, you go for that illusion first.
Casting some minor illusion. Make a little Sif nearby, somewhere people wouldn't notice a person appearing. She's very small.
Mm-hmm.
Then kind of have her walk over, sort of in the range of where he's looking.
Okay.
You know, just that kind of area.
And you
So-
have her looking like she did when she was at the store, yeah?
Yeah, same as the store. You know how
Okay.
you'd expect her to.
Sure.
see,
Not
you know,
like a
she's not
little
gonna-
sexier.
Listen, I'm not really into gnomes, so as far as I'm
She
concerned,
could have
this
like
is-
a little bustier apron on.
I mean, she could have a lot of things on, but it's hard to concentrate, you know. It's.
He's doing his best.
Aren't you outside? You're trying to message me. Is that what's happening there?
I'm using the earring of messages happy how to make her sexy.
I can't. It's in my
Give her
brain.
little gnome titty tassels.
Oh, good lord. Chicken, you make her look however you want her to look.
She's gonna look just like she did at the store. That's what
All
turned him
right.
on there.
All right,
So,
all right.
You know, maybe
Excuse-
he's not into the tassels.
I will go up to Mr. Flubber.
Okay.
Excuse me, good Mr. Flubber. I believe that young lady over there is looking for your attention.
She's
Okay.
waving to him at the moment because
He
I see
doesn't-
fish over there.
He doesn't notice that you called him by his name. But he kind of, who's looking for me? And he'll look over at the front and he'll kind of get up a little bit. Huh? Is that my sweet? My honey buns? And he'll, boys, come on, I want you to meet my girl. And he'll get up, he'll kind of toss the two women that were sitting next to him off of him, kind of push them to the side, and put whatever he was eating, drinking onto the table. And the dealer at the table that they were at looks a bit relieved since they're leaving. And the three guards that are with him get up and start following him to the front.
I would like to shout, "Behold, the mighty Aston has graced you with his presence and has shown a most wondrous trick this evening, which will be revealed to you all now."
I would like Sif to beckon, as if
Okay.
saying, "Don't get distracted. I want you to come with me."
Okay.
And
It
lo,
looks...
a bag of tricks. What is inside? Nobody knows, not even I. But it could be dangerous. Could be very sexy. Who knows? And I would like to grab a fuzzy object from it.
Okay, sounds good. Kish, give me a performance check. Performance.
19 plus 4 is 23.
Wow, okay, that's pretty good. You have distracted two of the guards that were sitting with him.
My cloak is billowing ferociously.
It is. You've captivated the casino, who most of them have stopped what they're doing and have turned around to look at you. A couple of the guards are kind of looking at each other a bit curiously, but they don't seem to stop you yet. Drubbard and one of his lackeys are walking towards the entrance, and they're maybe about 15 feet away. He's calling out to her now. Sif, my dearest, my sweet.
I'm gonna go as myself and open the door as if I'm leaving, and then notice her, this creation of mine, and then hold the door so she can leave after she beckons him once more.
Okay.
And goes outside, and then I'm gonna just kind of follow her.
Tuck on out of there. Sure, absolutely. He'll say, wait, my love. I'm coming to you. And he's kind of shoving people to the side that have stopped to watch Neuro's mighty performance. I still can't remember your other character's name.
Aston Balabrega.
Aston Balabrega. Fantastic. Drubbard is now outside. Chickenman, you walk outside. You can see into the alleyway. You can't see your friends there, but you, I suppose, just assume that they haven't abandoned you in this quest. Your minor illusion is still there. Let me see. He walks outside and sees her at the corner. Let me see here. One moment. So when you cast Minor Illusion, they do have a chance to see through the effect. And I think I just rolled high enough to see through it. Yes. Yes, he has. As he walks outside, he looks at the Minor Illusion and in a very rare stroke of brilliance, his 3 brain cells rub together enough in order to discern the difference between what is real and what is fake, and he figures out that that's an illusion, and he says, "Who's messing with me? Who's having a laugh at Drubbard? Come out here, I'll grind you to bones and meal." And now he looks pissed. But he doesn't stop. He doesn't continue going into the alley. Definitely Revna and Sar, you both can hear that Drubbard may be on to the ruse. Yeah.
The streets and how it like how it's configured, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to try to climb up onto like the roof, could I
Mhm.
make from the roofs make my way to the skin and silk or whatever it's called?
Yeah, you are sandwiched between the 2 buildings. So the alleyway is in between the Skin and Silk and in between another place
Oh,
of
so
business.
it's
You're
literally
right on top of it. Yeah, you're right on top of it.
okay. So I guess I'll try to. I got a bow. I'll try to get it like a little vantage point in preparation for whatever's about to happen.
Okay.
And I'll just walk up the side of the wall with my spider climbing shoes.
What in the world? Let me see.
Those shoes are fantastic.
What? He can just climb anything. This is
Not climb,
insane. All right, yeah, you climb up the side of the building as if you could just walk on it.
Yep, I'll go up to the roof, pull out my bow, and ready up.
Okay. Yeah, you get onto the rooftop and you are standing at the ready. You can see now that Drubbard is looking around to see who messed with him. Maybe even just trying to find a scapegoat that he can pound into dust. Chickenman, where are you standing?
So I'm out into the street a bit. I was waiting for him to go into the alley before I went in
Sure.
to follow him.
Are you just like looking at him?
Yeah, at this point, really, I was looking away strategically, but now I'm
Mhm.
a little bit like, maybe I should just be the bait, be like, it's
Okay.
me, come on in, I'm a
Okay.
little worried he's going to go get his boys, though. I'm a little bit worried about that.
He may
But
not.
I think I just got to go with it. I'll be like, I'm going to call out to him, Mr. Flubbard, or like a word, and then I'm going to walk into the alley.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. We will check back in with you in a second. Mr. Aston, how is your
Yes.
performance going?
It's amazing. I'm about to roll to see what I just spawned.
Okay.
Oh, please.
D8.
All right.
Please be an 8.
It's a 5.
All right. What does that
On a
mean?
5, I've summoned a giant goat.
Okay. And do you control the goat? Or
Yes.
all right.
I don't think so.
Goat, sit.
Brah, and it'll sit. And there is roar of applause from the audience. Oh, he's a genius. Oh, wow. They're clapping.
Goat, play dead.
Brah, and it'll kind of turn onto its back. Whoa! He's a magician! Incredible! Amazing!
Goat, jump.
Yeah, it will kind of like get onto its hind legs and do a little hop into the air.
Goat,
Wow!
run out of the building as fast as you can.
Okay, yeah, it'll run out of the building and charge into the doors, breaking them and knocking down the 2 ogre guards that are outside. And it'll run past and over them and keep running.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. My keys are in my hat. And I would like to speak the words, flapping, darkened wings, fly around and slap at things, and I will lift it, and then a bat will fly around.
Yeah, people thinking it's just more a part of the show. The bat will fly around, terrified and scared of what is going on.
Oh my goodness, I need to use the restroom, and I will go toward the restroom, but then cast darkness and then leave.
Cast darkness and then leave. Okay. All right. Sure. Let's see. A level 2 spell, even. All right.
Yes, the biting, forbidden darkness.
Where are
It's the
you? Where are you casting it?
Cast
it has a
point center
15.
at the 2 other guards.
The 2 guards at the door.
No, the 2 guards that I captivated with my performance that didn't go outside.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, the audience is in complete and total darkness. They cannot see. You hear people bumping into each other. But you are able to see through it, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that is correct. I think that's a part of your I believe that's a part of your character. You get to see through the darkness that you cast.
Excellent.
Yeah, you can. It even says you can see through the darkness created by the spell if cast. Oh, if cast with sorcery points. Are you using sorcery points to cast this spell? Or do you just not want to be able to see through your own darkness?
I think I will just stumble toward the doorway and save my sorcery points.
Okay. Yep, mark off one of your level 2 spell slots, and you will stumble through to the door in the direction of the door. You are tripping over people, and people are tripping over you.
Sorry.
So you're not very fast at it. Okay, back outside. Yeah, Drubbard is furious with you. How close to the alley were you, Chicken? As you were saying what you were saying to him.
Well, I would have already started walking. How far is the alleyway from the door, from where he is?
Maybe 10 feet.
Oh, all right. Yeah, not
10,
much further.
15 feet, yeah.
I'd say 5 to 10 feet, really.
Okay.
If we're just
All
right
right.
there.
He fairly quickly is going to run after you, and his lackey is going to follow behind. And he will catch up to you basically at the beginning of the alley. You're maybe a 10 feet, 5 feet into the alleyway. And he walks into the alleyway himself. And yeah, are you going to... He will try to attack you as his very next action. But you guys have the chance for one turn. Hellscream specifically, and Revna, as you guys were sort of waiting for this to happen.
I'm really hoping they're still here.
I would like to, if I can, cast Shield of Faith around Vitzik.
Okay, sure. What does that do?
That gives him a +2 bonus for his armor class for the duration.
Okay. I like it. Is it a concentration? Let's see. Shield of Faith is what it's called?
It
Shield
is
of Faith.
concentration up to 10 minutes.
Wow, that's pretty dope. Okay, fantastic. Chickenman, you feel a sudden, almost warming aura around you as this very, very low glowing shield sorts of appears around your person and moves with you. Okay, Hellscream, you doing anything, or are you waiting for the rumble?
I would get surprise attack on this, yeah.
Yeah, if you attacked him now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll shoot with my bow from the roof.
Okay.
The one of the lackey guy, not.
You want to shoot the lackey?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead.
Okay. So it should be advantage, right? Because it's sneak attack.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, they were both pretty bad. So we'll take a 6, which is the higher one. My other one was a 2. And then we get +6 to hit, so the total is 12.
Not unfortunately going to pierce the armor of the city guard.
All right.
But
Pretty poorly.
yeah, the arrow kind of skirts off of the side of his armor plating, making sort of a loud metal on metal scraping noise, and a couple of sparks flying off of it as the arrow clatters to the ground and snaps into many different pieces. The guard looks surprised and shaken, and he looks up at you and he scowls. And we'll say combat has begun. Go ahead and roll initiative, my friends, and let me know what you get. So, Chickenman initiative is on your character sheet. You roll a d20, and you add your initiative. It's right next to your armor class.
Gonna be a 14.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
15.
Am I there as well?
No, you are still in the building for sure. Hellscream, you got 15. And let me roll for my guys now. Oh, wow. Okay, so... And our boy, Mr. Flubbered. Alrighty, Revna, you are first. You are the quickest on your feet to react to the situation.
Okay, am I guess how close am I to shitbag Darden?
You are about 15 feet away.
Okay. Could I move 5 feet forward and use my whip?
Okay. Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, you get up from behind the dumpster that you were hiding behind. You move a little bit closer, and you go to whip Mr. Flubbered.
And it's 13 plus 5 is an 18.
That is going to hit.
And it's 1d4 plus 3. 3 plus 3 is 6.
Okay. 6 sounds good. Yeah, you whip out with your weapon and slash him across the face, dealing 6 points of damage and cutting deeply into his cheek. You can see blood pouring down the side of his face. He roars out in anger. Oh, you fucking... Oh.
What's your language?
And, yeah, anything else you're going to do?
I don't think I can. Is there anything else I can do? Can I disengage? Go back
Nope.
behind the dumpster?
You don't have your insane rogue skills anymore on this character.
All right, the thing I'll stand there at the ready.
Alrighty, sounds good. Next up is the guard, who is moving shockingly fast. He will pull out a javelin from his back that he has a few kind of with him, and he will chuck it at you, Mr. Hellscream. What's your armor class?
15, I believe. Yep.
15. All right, he's gonna try and hit you with it. Unfortunately, his aim is off as he chucks it up, and it just sticks into the side of the roof about 5 feet away from you. Yeah, he kind of curses under his breath and pulls out another javelin. Nope, that's it. That's all he's doing. He'll move forward to try and ruin the angle of your attack a little bit. You can still definitely see him, though. Next up is Mr. Flubbered, who is still got his eyes set on Chickenman and pounding him into smithereens. He pulls out a Morning Star, which looks like it's seen a lot of action. It's somewhat scuffed and chipped. It looks like it's his favorite of weapons. And he is going to attack you with surprising ferocity. What's your armor class, Chicken?
Well, it's 7. Sorry, excuse me. 7 fucking teen.
Okay.
That's
That's
but
good.
the bonus from Revna is only when she's concentrating, right? Is that
No,
how that
it's
works,
2.
or
It's
is
all
it-
the time. So
Right.
so long
So
as
that's
it's
gonna
going.
be a 19.
Fantastic.
Concentration just means that you can't do it'll break if you do another spell.
Yeah,
You got to
and
concentrate
if you-
just on the one spell.
If you take damage, you may also lose it as well. Or if she takes damage, she may lose focus on the spell and it may break. But for now, it has not, and your holy shield that's around you sort of magically deflects with sort of a warbling noise the Morning Star from striking you. He lets out a scowl and another grunt of anger as he looks at his Morning Star again, almost maybe second guessing his choice of weapon. That's it. That's all he's gonna do. God damn it. All right. Next up is Mr. Hellscream.
Okay, you said that the one lackey guard stepped forward, so I don't have an angle on him.
Yeah, he tried to move into the alleyway to make it difficult for you to be able to attack him. While he readies up his next javelin. We'll say that he has he's not impossible to hit, but he's hidden. Or he has some cover, rather. So it'll be more difficult to hit him. No, he'll just have a higher armor class because of it.
Okay.
But if you want to
and
attack him, you can.
How tall was the building that I went up?
We'll say you went onto the first awning of it, which is 20 feet up, something like that. It's a pretty
Okay.
large building.
Okay, I will. I'll put away the bow and pull out the scimitars, and I'll walk back down the building, and I'll just attack him with my scimitars.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you walk back down, and are you attacking the guard or are you attacking Flubbered?
We'll do the guard.
Okay, you attack the
I'll
guard.
take
Go ahead
care
and
of
give
the
me
guard.
some rolls.
Okay. You want me to just do the 2?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So we rolled. Well, first one we rolled a 1,
Okay, fantastic.
and the second one we rolled a 4, and I'm
Not
even
rolling
gonna add
very hot
bonuses
tonight.
on either of them.
All
I did
right.
last time, but not now.
Not now. So that 1 is something we'll have to go ahead and address. Give me another D20. The first natural 1 of the campaign, and the reward to Mr. Hellscream.
I'm really good at it.
You are
13.
13. You lose grip of your sword and throw it 13 feet away from you. Down and out of the alley and into the street.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's well, not much else I can do. That'd be my turn.
Okay. Chicken Man, your turn.
All right.
You see your friend walk back down and attack and chuck his sword into the streets.
It's a good start. I'm gonna try punching.
Okay.
Mr. Flubbered is directly behind me. Just tried to hit me with a mace
Yep.
or a Morning Star. Somehow it didn't work. Really appreciate that one. So I'm just gonna. I might hit him once. I'll probably hit him twice. Thinking I might try to hit him a third time. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think if you're going to do your flurry of blows, you have to do it before your extra attack. Because I think you get 2 attacks.
I think the flurry of blows is instead of the second because
Yes.
it's a bonus action of 2 instead
Correct.
of the...
Yep, so that's what I mean. So if you're going to roll the 2, if you're going to roll 3, just make sure
Two of
you...
them are together.
Yes,
one roll.
exactly. Yep, you got it.
First, I'm going to start with just a good old-fashioned first punch.
Okay, first punch. Let's see how that one... Let's warm up with that one.
But all right, it's my first combat.
First
Please
combat.
bear with me.
Roll a
Is it
d20 and then
D20 plus
plus
my
6.
to hit modifier. However, I don't think it added my Eldritch Claw tattoo, which gives me a +1 to attack and damage rolls with unarmed strikes. I don't think that was included.
Efficiency 2, 4, 6. No, it did not. So yes, add another one.
It's a
Look
7.
at Chicken.
All right.
Chicken
Gonna say
killing
it
I
it.
just
should
want to
be
make
plus
sure
7, right?
Yep.
that when I miss, it's only
It's
if I
not
rolled really
because of
bad.
you. Got it.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. Yep. Plus 7.
Right.
Sounds good.
That's a 14. That's a 21.
That'll hit him.
That'll hit him. All right. Perfect. Want to roll? That is a 1 plus 4, which is a 5 damage.
All
Wait,
right.
Hold on. One more. That's a 6.
6
Because of
damage.
the Eldritch Claw tattoo.
Fantastic. You punch him squarely in the jaw, cracking him a good one with surprising speed and ferocity. It makes the cut on his face from the whip that much worse. Are you going in for the other 2 or just an additional punch?
Oh, yeah. Now we're going in for the other 2. We're
All
just going
right.
to spend that first key point.
Yes.
Hopefully flurry some blows on him.
Okay. That's 1 key point down.
Excellent. It's also the number I got on my dice is 1. So that's an 8.
That's
I
a
guess
natural
that
1
probably
is what
does
that is.
not hit.
Nope. And worse things are going to happen. You can go ahead and roll your
Excellent.
other d20.
At least I can't throw my fist into the street.
You think you can't. You think you can't, can you?
What am I rolling damage? Is that what's happening here?
No, so
Yeah.
you do 2 extra attacks, so you can roll your second
Right.
attack as well.
Oh, true.
Gonna have a little dislocation.
Yeah,
Alright.
maybe.
So that's a 7 on the other one. That's a 14.
Okay, sounds good. The 14 is not going to hit either, unfortunately. On the first one, though, you got a little too excited, a little too amped up, and you strain your muscle. So for the rest of combat, for this combat, all of your unarmed strikes are going to do -2 damage,
-2, damn.
as you're unable to kind of focus fully on putting your power behind your hits. The second natural 1 of the campaign. And Chicken Man's first natural 1 of his whole life. I'm glad that it could be with me, Chicken. Fantastic. Back up to Revna. Mr. Neuro, before we do that though, give me a acrobatics check.
Acrobatic magician unleashed. I rolled an amazing 4 plus 2 is 6.
Okay. You are still climbing over people trying to get through. You're not really able to elegantly make your way through the crowd, so you're not outside quite yet. Since you didn't spend any sorcery, since you are effectively blind yourself.
You know, in a moment of concern for my comrades' well-being, I think I might just spend 1. Or is it 2 that I have to spend?
You would have had to spend it when you cast darkness.
Shit, now I just have to live within my decisions.
You
and
have to
mistakes.
live with it. Yep. Fair enough. You're making your way through. You're stumbling your way through. All right, Revna, your turn.
Wait,
Okay.
I would like to cast prestidigitation to make a loud fart noise in the middle of the crowd, just to make people concerned.
Okay. People are concerned.
I feel like it has to be bigger than that, though, to make it really yes.
Who did that?
Make it a little wet sounding, then they'll think something else might have happened.
Oh, gosh.
Can you aim it towards one of the girl barmaids? Because then they'll be really weirded out.
I can't see
No,
where
He
they
can't
are.
see. He's blind.
Oh, so sorry.
All right. Revna,
very
it
dark
is
darkness.
your turn. You are outside. Last turn, you whipped him. This turn?
This turn, I think I will whip him again.
Okay. Going for the second whip follow-up.
I like the whips. It is a 10 plus 5.
Okay. And you're going against Flubbered?
Yes.
That is not, unfortunately, going to hit him as he dodges out of the way, getting a little bit of more focus on the whippy lady that surprised him last round.
Boo.
Unfortunate. Anything else you'd like to do? Or we're just sticking with the whip?
Sticking with the whip for now, because if I cast anything else, it will reduce the armor class of my friend.
Only if you cast a second concentration. If you can cast other spells, they just can't be concentrations.
So it could be a cantrip.
It could be, for instance, Sacred Flame. You could cast that, but Resistance you could not because that is a concentration. It'll say it under duration. Duration, concentration. Yep.
Okay. Well,
would you like to read? Yeah, well, you want to redo your turn if you didn't know that.
I've already whipped.
All right. We tried the whip. We tried.
Now I know.
The guard is thanking whatever god that he prays to that he didn't just get sliced to pieces by Hellscream scimitars, and is going to attack you back, Mr. Hellscream. What is your armor class, 15. My dude? 15. He is going to pull out a club. Not quite a morning star, but like a mace almost, and try to thwack you. 15, and he is gonna hit you, my man. He will deal a total of 17 damage as he smashes the side of your face, getting very lucky with his hit.
Okay.
His training and proficiency as a guard coming into play.
All right.
Taking a good thwack at you, that's for sure. Mr. Flubbard is going to go and try and attack Chicken Man, who he has his scary pointing Morning Star. He is going to try and attack you. Your AC is 19, though. That is quite high. Let's see if I can do it here. Whoa. He's just gonna hit you one time there. One was able to get through the shield embrace as he puts his rage and his anger into it. He is going to deal 16 points of damage as it crashes down and smashes into your shoulder. Okay, that's his turn as he lets out another roar of anger. It is now on to Hellscream, who is a bit worse for wear and has been reduced below half HP, if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, I got 7 left.
Okay. All right. You're going to have to make this count.
I'm engaged with that one now, right?
Yes, you went into melee combat with him. So, yeah, you're engaged. You could disengage.
Yeah, can I disengage and try to go run after my flying scimitar?
You can. That will be your action for the turn, though, because disengage is a move action. So if you want to take an additional move, you'll have to sack your normal action, too. Okay? Yeah, you can. You disengage.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
And you run after your scimitar, which you threw into the streets. And for good measure as well, because a few, we'll say civilians were eyeing it up, maybe gonna go over there and steal it in another turn or two.
Yeah, I also just don't want to die. So
that is also important. All right, you run over there, you get your scimitar, and you look back to the fight. Chicken Man, your turn.
Well, it hurts a little bit more, but I think I'm still just gonna punch him. That hurt a lot, so see if I can hurt him too.
Okay. Let's see it.
All right, that's a 16 plus 7.
That will hit, absolutely.
I think that it might hit him. Let's see if I can do enough damage where -2 is not too bad. Let's try that again. All right, that's a 4 + 5. That is 9. -2
Okay.
would be 7 damage.
All right, 7 damage as you catch him once again. Right on the button. You hit him right in the nose.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 2 more key points and not a lot else to do with them right now, so flurry of blows it is. Try to punch him 2 more times.
Okay,
Wish me luck.
let's do it.
All right, that's a 19 to hit.
That
Plus
is going to hit
7.
him.
So
That'll hit.
I'll roll the second hit. See if we get him. That's another 19.
That's 2 hits. Absolutely. Give me some damage.
All right, first one is a 6 -2. That's a 4.
Okay.
Second one is the same thing.
Okay. Another -4. Or, yeah, another 4 off his HP. Yeah, you come in, hit him squarely on the nose, and while he's kind of disoriented for a moment, you do 2 more right in the side of his chin, trying to bring in your boxing style to punch him down. Fantastic. Absolutely. He is still up currently. Neuro, give me another acrobatics check.
The most acrobatic magician in all the land. That's a 2 + a 2 is a 4.
Okay. You are able to barely make it out of the darkness, but it's going to be 1 more turn before you're able to join the combat. It's you're
Damn.
tripped and falling and just constantly trying to get over all these people.
It was at that moment he realized he had fucked up. Should just use the sorcery points. Just use them. They recharge every day. Don't be an idiot. Thought to myself.
Hey, I asked you. I tried to give you the chance. Fantastic. Up to Revna. It is your turn. You have some companions that are worse for wear.
Yes, I would like to try to cast use a 2nd level spell slot and cast prayer of healing, which is instantaneous, so I should still be able to maintain concentration.
Okay, sounds good. What does it do?
So it's 2d8 + 4. Up to 6 people.
Okay, so the ones that you choose. So I'm going to assume you're going to choose Chickenman and Mr. Hellscream.
Correct.
Okay, heal them up.
You got the 5 and the 3 + 4. So 12 to
that's
each.
12 HP restored to both of you. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, the guard is going to try and pursue you out into the street, Hellscream. He is going to once again try and throw his javelin at you. Your armor class is 15, if I remember correctly. Let me see if he's going to hit you. No, his javelin is once again going to go wide and skitter off the ground as it comes to a stop, smacking into the side of a building. So he is unfortunately not able to hit you. Chicken Man, once again, we have our big baddie coming down, trying to smash into you. You still have your +2 AC, but let's see if he's able to overcome it. Okay. 1 attack looks like it will make it through once again, just ever so slightly. Mr. Flubbered, not too unfamiliar with combat. And smashes you once again for another 16 damage as he cracks down on you with another Morningstar smash. All right.
I have an hit point.
All right, that's 1 more than you need. Actually, no, that's not. You need
that's the
exactly
one I
one.
need.
No, that's the one you need. All right. Hellscream, it is your turn.
Okay.
You have your scimitar back. It's up to you what you want to do.
Is there a building nearby?
Yeah, you're about 10 feet away from the Silk and the Skin and 15 feet away from the other building. that it's the alley is sandwiched in between.
Go ahead and go up the nearest building and shoot
Okay.
the guard.
Okay, sounds good. You go up the
I don't
building
like
once
the
again,
club.
and you're gonna go and shoot the guard. You can just walk up the building because you got your slippers of cheating bullshit on.
Right, you said no flying,
I
and
did. I
abided by
did say
those
no
rules.
flying. I did say no flying. Yeah, give me a to hit roll.
All right. 12 plus 6 is 18.
That is gonna hit. Absolutely.
All right.
Go ahead and give me some damage.
4 plus 4 is 8.
Alrighty. You sink an arrow into this guy's shoulder as you bear down from above with your bow and arrow once again. This time, the arrow finding its mark and finding a weak spot in his armor plating. Nicely done. Chicken Man, your turn, my friend. What are we doing?
Yeah, all right. Well, I think, if I'm correct on this, I can attack him and then perhaps use a bonus action and then run away
Yeah, if you need
after
to.
that, right? That's it's a possibility.
Seems like a relatively good idea.
I do have 1 hit point left.
Yep.
So, first thing,
Okay.
let's see if we can hit him real quick, just a little before we.
Yeah. Pop him one.
That's an 8 plus a 7. That's 15.
No, it does not. 15 will not be enough to hit, unfortunately.
All right. Well, I'm too busy focused on running away. I'm going to spend my last key point to disengage.
Okay.
And,
You do have, just in case you forgot as well, just to because I know that you're new to Monk and D&D in general, you can also spend it to dodge. And dodge makes it so that any attack against you until your next turn has a disadvantage, which means I have to roll 2d20 and take the lowest of the rolls. Just throwing it out there. I'm not trying to persuade you to do anything. Dodge is an action that people do not take very much, so figured I'd remind you.
Pretty good, especially considering you have 19 AC right now.
It's pretty high AC. He's been rolling pretty good. I won't lie.
It's a lot of armor class. I think I like that. I had completely forgotten that was a thing. Or
Okay.
dodge instead. And then I'll have to run anyway. I hate running.
Okay. He's going to focus your key point on dodging this turn. And I believe you're out of key points after this. Is that right?
That is correct.
That's your last one. Okie dokie. Sounds good. Great. A good turn, Chicken, and you slap into him, but unfortunately are not able to connect. Neuro, Kish is finally out of the darkness cloud that some person cast to stop you from getting out to the combat very quickly. Who knows exactly who, though? And now you are able to go outside. You run outside and you see the scrabble that's happening. And yeah, what would you like to do? You're officially in the combat now. You're at the very bottom, we'll say.
Get back here, goat! I yell for the goat.
Yeah, the goat comes back.
Okay, I'll go toward the alleyway where I can see them, and I will tell the goat, attack that one! And I will point at Mr. Flubber.
Okay. Oh, how the hell does this thing work? Let's see.
So the goat, 17 strength. 12
What?
constitution. It has 19 hit points. It's a giant goat.
Where are you getting the stats from?
Yeah.
Just from the monster listing, is that right?
No, it's from the Bag of Tricks detail, but it's just a general giant goat.
Ah, okay. Giant goat. Oh yeah, here it is right here. Okay, yeah, it will run in and it will ram Mr. Flubbard. If the goat moves at least 20 feet straight forward at a target and then hits it with its ram attack on the same turn, it takes an extra bit of damage. Sure, we'll do that. Why not? Yeah. So it charges in and rams into Flubbard. Let's see if it hits him. It does indeed, as this ram charges its way into the alleyway and crashes in to Flubbard. And it deals 14 points of damage.
Yes!
Man, I love goats.
Jesus, that's insane. Yeah, it crashes into him. Mr. Flubbard is almost knocked off his feet. Let's see if he passes his strength check. He does, unfortunately, but is able to refine his balance. Otherwise, he would have been knocked prone. A very good bonus action. Anything else you'd like to do, Kish? Because that was just a bonus action on your turn. So you have
Yes.
your... Okay.
I would like to cast Mind Spike.
Okay.
Second level.
All right.
And I would like to use sorcery points to twin that spell so it hits both of them.
Okay. Look at us using sorcery points like a professional.
2 slots checked off.
Boom,
Features
boom.
and traits. 2 sorcery points checked off.
Okay.
The spell is a 14 DC to hit or whatever. Hit DC.
Let me take a look. Mind Spike? Mind...
Yes.
Mind Sliver.
Spike. Mind Spike.
Oh, Spike. Oh, okay. Wisdom saving throw. So the DC is Wisdom 14. So they have to pass a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw or take half damage. So go ahead and roll your damage. It's 3d8, and it'll be to both of them.
5. 6 is 11. Plus 4 is 15.
Okay, that's interesting.
same
Wisdom
damage as the
saving
goat.
throw. Okay, Mr. Flubbard fails, and so does the guard. So how much? Sorry, 14?
14. The same as the goat.
Alrighty. Yeah, you shock their brains. You sort of, I don't exactly know how the psychic damage would work, but they reach up and grab their heads, obviously in some kind of agony as your spell affects them. And you twinned it, so it affects the guard as well. Yeah, they look like they're in excruciating pain. The guard is actually so injured and so distraught from the pain, he's going to try to limp away and leave combat. He's going to try and just leave. Flubbard is sticking around, even though he looks extremely worse for wear. Fantastic. Revna, it is your turn.
Okay, I think I would like to do a second level cure wounds on Vitzik.
Okay. Do it.
2d8 plus 4. It's a 5. It's an 8 plus 4, so 17.
17 damage healed to Vitzik, who is on death's door not a turn ago. Any other action you're going to take there, Revna?
I don't think so. I'm far enough away. I think I'm all right.
Okay, sounds good. It's the guard's turn. He is going to try and limp out of the alleyway and run away as fast as he can, which is a very slow 10 feet a turn. So he walks 10 feet out in the alleyway. No one's currently engaged with him in combat. So he's just going to try and limp himself away. Flubbard is still going to try and attack Chickenman, lost in a rage of fury. 19 to hit. He hits one. He misses the second one. He is rolling really well. He is going to deal 9 points of damage only this time, but still quite a significant blow to Mr. Chicken. As his morning star, his trusty friend and companion, strikes at you once again, crushing into your chest and slicing into you with its spikes. Hellscream, it is your turn. I think you're muted.
I am.
There you go.
I should probably shoot the guard trying to run away.
Okay. Yep, if you want to. Do you
will do
want
that.
to kill him, or do you want to just incapacitate him? So, as a general rule in D&D 5th edition, any damage that would be lethal, you can make non-lethal and just incapacitate them instead. So up to you, Mr. Scream. What would you like to do?
We'll just kill him.
Okay, he's gonna die.
It's just a guard.
All right.
Maybe he had
Uh,
children.
Oh, they're now orphans or fatherless.
I didn't say his father was dead.
So 37 plus 6 is 13. Will that even?
That's not gonna hit him, unfortunately.
Even while he's limping away.
It won't. He's not dead. He's not incapacitated. He has
Alright.
armor on.
That's
Listen,
true.
I can't control it if you don't roll very well. That's up to you.
Alright. Well, that's
Done for your turn. All right, the arrow, let's say, slides off of his armor once again. Very shiny, very polished armor, shall we say. These arrows just keep sliding off of his back. And it is on to Chicken Man. Your turn, my friend.
I'm gonna punch him.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to punch him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Twice, in fact.
Okay, go for it. Let me know what you roll.
It's a 10 plus 7, 17 to hit.
That will hit.
That will hit. Excellent. See what we get here. That's a 2 plus 5 is 7 minus your 2 is 5.
No. Just -2 to damage. -2 to damage only. Not to
Yeah,
hit.
sorry. That was the damage roll for the first hit.
Oh, got it. Okay, sorry. What was it again?
Sorry.
5?
5.
Alrighty. 5 damage. You punch him once again squarely in the mouth, and he is bleeding all over his face from how much damage. You have solely focused all of your punches on his face, and the rest of his body looks fine, but his head is fucked up. Oh, except for where the ram smashed into him. I guess that part of it is pretty bad as well.
See if we can make this a better concussion. I'll hit him a second time. He's still up, right?
He is still up. He's kind of
All right.
woozing around, though, but he's still up.
That's a 12 plus 7 is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
And I'll roll the same, so it's going to be a 5 damage.
And would you like to kill him, or would you like to incapacitate him? It is up to you.
Nah, we talked about cutting things off. That's not fun if he's dead.
All right. You punch him once more in the face, and he is knocked unconscious, falls to the ground. Kind of Rocky Balboa style. You punch him once more in the head, and he falls to the ground. The Morning Star flies out of his hand and clatters to the ground as well. Fantastic. The guard has shirked away back into the silk and skin. No doubt trying to alert his guard friends of the situation. What would you like to do? You have knocked out Mr. Flubbered. It is up to you guys what you want to do.
Did we even tell him anything about
We
why?
didn't tell him anything.
Absolutely did not. You didn't say a lick of anything to him.
But we
Can
should
we-
probably leave a note and just get out, right?
We don't know if he
drag
can
him
read.
away. Yeah, we could drag him away.
Okay. Where are you going to drag him away to?
We could drag him away, tie him up, and then threaten him, and then just leave him, or
Okay.
untie him.
I would say as you kind of think about your plan, you all realize there's almost certainly no time to drag him away without the other guards coming through.
Although it might take him a while, I think it's really dark in there.
It is, but they were struggling the whole time that Neuro was as well.
We could always just, since we messed up, telling him anything, we could always just kill him.
You could, if you want to.
I could
leave it.
disguise myself as I could cast disguise self as him looking fucked up, and just meet them at the door if they come out and say, "Oh, when you went inside, they all ran off, but I'm fucked up, so I'm going home. Okay, good night."
Okay, I mean, whatever you guys want to do. I'm here to just help you guys out. Whatever you want.
That's a good plan. But I need to do something first, real quick.
Okay.
Mighty goat, come over here, have a seat. For your glory in battle, you will be given a name, even though you are from a bag. I dub thee not Bill or Billy, because that is too weak for your mighty blow. You will be Billiam, the giant goat, and I will
All
touch
right.
each of his shoulders.
Okay, he's Billiam the giant goat. He baws out at you.
Good. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. What is the plan? Or
We
who's
will
doing
drag
what?
him to a secret
on.
place.
I don't think we have time to drag him.
You do
I think
it.
it's a quick note
It's
or
disguise.
kill him.
Yeah, but
Oh.
Revna's going to distract the other guards.
All right.
Unless you want to kill him, I'm
I'm
not
just gonna
opposed
go
to
up to
killing.
the top of the roof while we're. I already gave my input, so I'm just gonna go to the top of the roof and have my bow out.
Okay. Sounds good. Revna, you're doing disguise self, is that right?
Yes, I'm going to disguise self to look just like him, really fucked up.
Okay. How tall are you? How tall is your character?
I think I am 5'9", so I can be up to like 6'9".
Yes, you can.
How tall is he?
He's probably a few inches taller than that, but
I'll be
It's
like
okay.
hunched, so maybe they know not.
okay. Hold on there. Okay, so you're gonna use the spell. You're gonna appear taller, obviously larger, and you're gonna try and look like him. If anything touches you, it will go through your spell. So like it's an illusion, right? Okay, just making sure you know that. Yeah, you cast the spell. You look pretty similar to how Flubberd looks. And you walk up to the entrance of the Silken Skin, just as your quote unquote guard lackeys are coming out.
Grubs! It wasn't my love at all. It was some fuckers in the alleyway trying to gank me for me gold. But when you ran in, they knew the gag was up and they all ran off.
All right, they do get an investigation roll to discern your physical appearance and potentially see through your disguise. There are 3 of them. And miraculously, none of them pass. So they think that you look like him. They go, "Gee, boss, are you okay? You look pretty fucked up." And he reaches out to kind of like to wipe some blood off of your face with a handkerchief.
I'm gonna back up a little bit, be like,
No touching the goods, boys. Back inside. I'm gonna go take a piss. And when I come back in, the next round's on me.
They go, "Oh, okay, boss, whatever you say. That sounds awesome." And even the guy that's fucked up is like, "Oh, yeah." And they go back inside.
Nice.
Getting like
Okay.
really big man, walk back over to me friends.
Okay.
I think they bought it.
Hinga
Excellent
dinga
work.
dargan. Brilliance.
Magnificent performance. Now, we could just slap the shit out of him, wake him up, and tell him what for.
I think that's the best that we could do, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys slap the shit out of him and wake him up, and he kind of groggily, what happened? What's going on?
Just so you know, the reason we came here, the reason you're beaten to a bloody pulp, is so that you will leave that gnome lady Sif alone from now on. Otherwise, we will take something very dear from you. And you don't want to know what.
It's going to be your penis.
If we see you around her place in Spark Alley again, or get word that you're around her place in Spark Alley, it's gone, mate. It's gone.
Alright, fine. Fine. I'll leave her alone. Just fuck off and leave me be. If I ever catch you four, you're done for. And he'll collapse to the ground again.
Good.
Okay. Seemingly, you've
Hit
done what
really
you can.
quickly.
I would
I'm gonna
like to.
start just-
I would like to cast prestidigitation to soil his pants and make them look messed up.
Can you do that? Can I search his pockets first? I don't want to reach back to that.
Okay, I'll wait until she searches his pockets and then I'll do prestidigitation to make him soil
Very-
his pants.
It's a very good teammate.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a d20 roll.
Here we go. We got a 19.
Ah, okay. He has some. He has a baggie of crude shard in his pocket. Which is I mean, maybe around 40 gold's worth. If you sell it on the street. But it is an illegal and an illicit drug, so it is illegal for you to have this. But and that's about it. That's all he has in his pockets.
He's going to take it. Feel free to make him shit himself.
We should take something of his so that Sif can recognize that we actually roughed him up. Is there any possession that would be iconic that is part of his clothing?
He's wearing a simple city guard outfit, and he has his morning star. Those are the only other possessions he has on him.
We could just take his morning star.
We could. Sif would probably think that that was a risk to her if she had it.
Yeah. I mean, you could show it to her and then take it. You don't have to leave it with her.
No, that's true. We could probably sell it too.
Could sell the morning star.
This guy's an asshole. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, you snag his morning star and I assume head back to Spark Alley.
Yes.
You will say you guys get to Spark Alley pretty unobstructed, but it is closed. It is now the nighttime, so you guys will have to wait until the next morning to return and tell her the good news and get your assistance from her. But I think that is a perfect spot to go ahead and end our first session of Crowns and Smoke. I hope that you guys had as much fun as I did. I don't know if that's possible because I enjoyed myself quite a bit. You guys roughed up some town guards. You stole from them as well. You also beat up some civilians that were going to try and steal from Chickenman. Overall, I think the campaign is going swimmingly, don't you?
Yes.
Great start.
Very much.
Isn't that right, Billiam?
Well, fantastic. Until the next episode, we'll see you then. It'll be probably about once a month, we're thinking, at least to start, and then who knows if we will scale it up from there. But thank you, everybody, for joining us for the first episode of Crowns and Smoke, and we will see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.